I did. It's loading.
Says it's live now. So
all right. We are live. Welcome to the Body Lock Fight Companion for UFC 258. Got Patrick Auger here with Mr. Ant Walker and Mr. Matthew Wells. Boys, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Just snacking on these buffalo fries and just chilling, man. Ready to see people get punched in the face. More people get punched in the face, actually. So fun day for face punching.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I mean, so far our fights have been pretty solid. Matt, how you been liking them?
They've been all right. I mean, it's been, on paper a weak card, but the fights haven't been terrible. I don't think. Like, I haven't fallen asleep yet, so I mean, that's a good thing, right?
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now to officially kick it off, here we go. Hold on. Oh, there it is. The light shining down. We got it. Change the color, shine it down. There we go. Now we do.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Get your white balance set. Let's go. Yeah.
Gotta get the right balance going. So yeah, let us know in the comments how you've liked the fight so far. What's been your favorite fight? Obviously, we just saw a pretty good back and forth between Belal Muhammad and Diego Lima. Muhammad kind of ran away with it, but Lima definitely looks improved. And right now, our main event prelim is Rodolfo Viera versus. Why did the name just drop off? Who's he fighting? What do you boys tell me? Who is he fighting? I know the answer to this, and the name just disappeared. Anybody know?
I
forgot too. Like I'm focused on my buffalo fries.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Great start to the fight companion. Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy. That's who he's fighting. Yeah. Wonderful.
I should have remembered my own name, but no.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It happens. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, so again, let us know in the comments how you're feeling about this stuff. Thank you, producer Jake, for that name. We needed it. Got a good fight here. Who do you guys have between Viera and Hernandez? I'm going Fluffy myself. I think Fluffy Hernandez pulls it out.
I'm on the opposite side of that. I like Fluffy. I like him, but I think we're about to see why Rodolfo Viera is in the quote unquote feature spot right before the prelims here as a major favorite.
I am with Mr. Wells on this one.
Yeah, I think this is a showcase moment for him, right, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think it's supposed to be, but I think Fluffy's going to upset it. We're about to start here. We will let you know once the fight actually starts, so that you can time it and watch it with us. Sound of Violence saying solid boxing performance from Belal, looking like his old school self. Yeah, I mean, he looked great. He needs to work on checking those kicks, but other than that, phenomenal performance.
You know, and the way he just walked through the kicks too, like they were definitely tearing his leg to shreds, and he just did not stop him at all. So I suspect he's going to have a rough Sunday.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't care. He didn't care.
All right, we're
collect that check right now.
All right, Keith Peterson put his bottle of scotch down, took the last drag on the cigarette.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
There you go. I'm the report. All right, and we are right now at 4:55. Oh, starting fast. They're going for a takedown.
And again, like last time, I'm sure some of you guys that are watching the stream will be a couple seconds ahead of us. But if y'all want to sync up and be on our same page, that's great.
Our page is the best page.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Viera just quick takedown, and now just cutting through him like butter. This isn't looking good for Fluffy.
Yeah, he's like switched the half guard. Now he's got his back. Like,
you get a jiu-jitsu ace on your back like this in 30 seconds in. That's not a good.
It's a rough day.
Good time.
Yeah.
I hope he put some Vaseline on his back like GSP back in the day.
Trace Hardaway asked who you got. So I had gone with Fluffy. They had both gone with Viera, and it looks like they picked the correct people because this doesn't look so great for Hernandez. 4 minutes left, and Viera just flattening him out on top, full mount right now.
Yeah, what you talk about, like a helpless feeling, just completely helpless on your back like that.
It is good he's going to get against the cage, though, if he can use that to wall walk. But
he's just not being explosive enough with it like that. If you're going to do that, you've got to really shoot some power off that cage. And that's gradual, trying to kick and maybe lean the guy over is just not going to work.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, he's definitely not getting up the rest of this round. I think at this point, it's can you avoid getting tapped?
He's pushing. Oh,
he's going switching to an
trying
arm.
to sneak on track.
Exactly.
If he can get that, if he can get that leg underneath, which looks like
It's
he's
there.
almost got it. Yeah, he's
there. He's
just got to extend that arm.
Oh,
He's
Hernandez,
stuck.
though.
Fluffy's stuck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he's got the arm now.
Oh, he rolled
Oh
through.
wow.
Wow, great work by Fluffy. And he's back to his feet. Impressive.
But yeah, he's not
Yeah,
free yet.
he's going back down. Like,
Yep. Yes, he is. Still impressive to survive that.
I think
just joined. If you're just joining us, we are at 237.
I think
Viera.
Viera would just seem to be spoiled for choice as far as what attack he wanted to throw on next. He probably was just paralyzed with his options. Like I think that's the only reason why Hernandez was able to get up. Like why he was even able to scramble his way back to the feet.
Yeah, and I mean Hernandez has gotten back up again. He ate some shots getting up there, but now Viera's still got prime control in the clinch right here. Got Hernandez up against the fence, but I mean Hernandez is surviving this. He's not, not in any real danger yet, although he's losing this round pretty handily. Ooh, nice knee to the face, though.
Yeah, there's no leverage on that knee.
Still something. Man, let me cheer for the guy I picked a little bit. Oh, some nice shots,
he almost landed that uppercut.
Oh, big right hand. Oh, that hurt him.
That's huge. That's huge. He's trying for
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, Hernandez, look at that.
Would that be like a neck crank or a modified guillotine? Or
yeah, it was like a modified guillotine. Like,
and Hernandez has got control here.
Going for Darce now? Or the Anaconda? I always confuse those two.
Yeah, they are very, very similar.
Doesn't everybody confuse those two? Comment that you confuse those as well.
Right?
Yeah, let us know. Man, Viera looks hurt. He's just eating shots. He's running away. This is
not the fight that we started off watching.
Big hands from Hernandez. Great right hand and uppercut. Oh,
wow.
Did he? No, he didn't tap there, but it almost.
Wow, he looked like he was ready to give up right then.
Oh, he's eating shots.
Oh, Good God.
Oh.
How did this go from a 10-8 one way to a 10-8 the other? How does that happen?
This is a bonkers fight. Oh, big left hand. Look at those.
Geez, no head
movement. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
No head movement.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Oh.
Keith Peterson looks uninterested in any pain that's happening right now.
How was he even still awake going for that takedown? Like that, he looked like he was asleep doing that.
What a round this has been. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this has been crazy. Sound of Violence putting us in check right there.
Yeah.
You smart mofo.
Cheers to them, those smart motherfuckers. How dare they? How dare y'all?
He's not getting that triangle, bro.
Damn you, Sound of Violence.
Wow. Now that's a 10-9 for Hernandez right there. Oh, my God.
Oh, I reports got a 10-9 Viera. I got to agree. That's 10-9 Hernandez. I thought he did more damage. I think he stole the round there.
Yeah, I got Viera on that one. Not really. I got the other guy, Hernandez. Yeah, I mean the amount of damage he took in that, it was just no. You can't win a round after absorbing that many strikes. Sorry,
man. Yeah, I mean, two 10-8s equal 10-10. No. no, they don't. Sound of Violence. I get where you're coming from, but Thomas Spitzer Music. Hey man, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. I report could be a 9-9 if they had. I mean, if they actually had 9-9 and 10-10 rounds, I don't know. I would still lean Hernandez there, but
yeah. I mean, they 10-10 rounds are a thing that you can issue, but it shouldn't even really be a thing. It really shouldn't, because there's always something you can find to determine who did a little bit more in every round.
I see that wasn't a 10-10, but there are plenty of 10-10 rounds. I do think that's something that should be used more, because when you have like marginal differences that are hard to pick up on in that moment without looking at a stat sheet.
Big
nice knee
by Hernandez. Again, if you're just joining us, we are at 440 right now. Oh, but Viera gets the takedown, saves himself.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to do much with that takedown.
No, I mean it seems like desperation at this point. Oh, then he's taking the back.
Never mind. I'm saying to be correct.
But he's too high.
He's too high.
He's way too high.
This is just. Oh, got him down.
Oh, he's held him up now, but Hernandez ends up on top now.
But what this is showing us is that Viera is way too one-dimensional.
Yeah.
As a fighter, like he wants zero parts of the stand-up game. That's like old school, like it's how like Damian Maia used to look.
Yes,
like that's essentially what we're seeing right now. We're seeing Damian Maia before Damian Maia got hands.
Just man eating shots as he gets up. Oh, beautiful left kick, right, man.
Fluffy's
but he's
gonna end
staying up. Yeah, Fluffy is gonna finish this one. This is a huge upset in the making right now. Oh man. But Hernandez is losing steam too. Oh, nice body shot. It's a war of attrition right now. I feel like. Oh,
that elbow.
How was he still up, man?
And lazy takedown. Okay. I mean,
zero head movement whatsoever from Viera. Zero. He's just like letting Hernandez swing on him.
Up.
Oh wow. Now that's risky to drop back like that.
Oh, but that's it. He tapped. Wow. By Hernandez. Wow.
Wow. So guess you were right, Pat.
Hey, I was. Look at that. I was right.
Lucky. You got lucky.
I did.
You're a jerk.
I mean, according to Vegas odds, I got very lucky. But man, what a win for Hernandez. Beautiful stuff.
Well, we talk about some stiff competition for fight of the night. Like, man, that's a hard standard to live up to right there.
I mean, I'm in report saying 50 G's. Yeah, I think you got to give him performance tonight for that minimum. He's got to get a bonus.
There's no doubt. That's a bonus all day.
Yeah, probably double bonus for him. That's certainly deserving a fight of the night.
Fluffy,
man.
Shout out to Fluffy coming through.
Oh, man, that elbow.
The huge underdog. Anybody in the chat bet on Fluffy to win this?
I'm pissed because I didn't bet on him, but I picked him. Which is and normally I would have bet on him. Mistake. But yeah.
Look at the soft tap too, man. Oh man.
Dude, he must have been real confident in his position right there to drop back for that choke.
Yeah.
Wow.
And with good reason because he won. So there's that.
Yeah, that was beautiful work.
Like they said.
Yep. What a dub, man.
That's a perfect way to kick off kick things off before they go into the paid portion. So I can see a few people reaching for the credit card real quick.
Joe, hey, yeah, exactly. Like we always say, man, you play the game for a reason. Play the game for a reason. Shout out to Fluffy out there training with Max Griffin. Man.
I mean, you got to be careful. Anybody who has UFC tape around their ears, dangerous person.
Yeah, that's true. Got official UFC tape. Let us know your thoughts on the fight. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. We're going to be covering you all the way through the main card, and then we're going to have a post-fight show afterward as well. But what I want to know right now is while Bruce Buffers are, reading the official decision, what do you guys think of this camera, right? This NFL WWE camera style now where you got the focus and you got blur in the back. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know that if I like it or not.
What?
I don't know.
I love it, man.
Right now?
It's beautiful.
Bro, this stuff is amazing.
That in the background blurry, man. What if I want to focus on Bruce Buffer's technique?
You just want the whole field in focus. Okay, I see.
Yes.
You just want to sit cage side. That's what that sounds like.
Listen,
which it's all actually is a great view. It's a great view.
Yeah,
it's about adding a cinematic elements.
Yeah. I do think there is some sort of narrative to that too. Now, to have that camera that gives it a very cinematic feel, and then also you notice the commentary, they're getting more into like personal things about the fighters. We're talking about custody battles and Viera beating the crap out of that guy to try to mug her and stuff like that. So they're going off the fight script. I think that's a dedicated effort to create storylines. So yeah, I'm just waiting for like the steel cage to drop down from the sky and like a briefcase on top of a ladder or something next. But
yeah,
oh man,
it's all about
for
the
sure. I am
Pitzer just saying it makes it look like a video game. UFC 4.1. I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
You know, we need a UFC 4.1 because the lag on there is horrible.
See,
the lag is terrible. It pisses me off so much, man.
That's why I don't even play it online, or I don't even have it because I mean I heard of all of the online issues, but no. Okay, so look, let's address this issue as well because this is a thing that's a misconception floating around. Okay.
Tech guy.
Yep. Here it is.
I wish producer Jake was in the back there. He could pull up Zach Candido's tweet, the producer of the UFC. It's not an 8K camera. It's not. He said it's more like an $8,000 camera. Basically, what you're looking at a cinematic sort of lens with a different depth of field. It's not a new technology by any means. It's just that nobody's really used it for broadcast production like this before. So, you know, it is what it looks super. It does make it look like it's a different frame rate and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure it actually is a lower frame rate. It's because it's got that cinematic feel. It's probably on 24p, if I had to guess. But it's not 8K resolution. It's not that for sure. So
all this nerd talk. I don't know what you talking about, man. You might as well just spoke Japanese to me.
I'm just saying. I mean, you can Google everything. I just said
the frame rate behind the lens. It focuses into the hyperbole. Like what?
You know what? I am a photographer as well. Look at this guy. I am a photographer as well. See, there you go. Boom.
There you go. Not $8,000, not 8K. That's fun. That's good.
Man, he tweeted that, like took it personal. Like what they say?
Yeah.
Say about my camera.
Yeah. If anything, the frame rate is lower to give it that more cinematic feel. But a lot of people don't realize most films are shot on 24p.
You know, I wonder what the fights themselves would look like. Film like that.
Ooh,
see, I think it would be dope, but I could also what I was about to say before that was about I could see sponsors getting upset. Like my logo is not in focus anymore.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have to do something about that.
It seems like one of those things like you'd have to use very sparingly for the fight because you probably get a lot of motion sickness watching that. And then also too, that's the fight. It's completely unpredictable where these guys are going to wind up. So cameramans will be going crazy. Did I say cameramans? I said cameramans.
You did say cameramans.
Cameramans. Yeah, that's your cameramans right there. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, what can I say? Hey, I had an edible earlier. What are you gonna do?
Hey,
what are you gonna do?
There you go. Nothing. And we got a little bit of time now in between. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for joining us for the Fight Companion. If you haven't subscribed or hit that like button, make sure you do that. If you hadn't hit the bell notification, know when we're dropping new videos, do that as well. We will be taking you through the rest of the main card, and we'll be going through your questions and comments. Got Sound of Violence saying 60 FPS fights or we riot. Adal Hussein has been asked this question, and we will circle back to your questions too. I'm in report, but let me see here. Adal Hussein, this is kind of a non-related to tonight, but Zabit versus Volkanovski, who wins? This is a little bit of an out there question in terms of tonight, but I'm gonna say Volk. I don't think Zabit can do anything that Volkanovski hasn't seen.
Yeah, Volkanovski, man. Until I see Zabit like actually have a strong third round, I don't have faith in him in a 5-rounder.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen Volk excel in championship rounds a couple of times now. So yeah, he's just on a different level right now. I think Zabit skill wise, like skill for skill can match up, but when it comes to implementing that over a 25-minute fight, you know, I think it's a whole different story. I mean, that's just part of the game.
Agreed.
You got to be able to do it as you are exhausted.
Exactly. And he also did that too. Again, like when Volk did it, he did that against one of the more notable cardio masters in the sport. You know, to have strong 4th and 5th rounds against Max Holloway is just unheard of. So I mean, this like what's his name? Zabit was gassing out, you know, in the 3rd round against Jeremy Stevens. Like we're not talking about the same thing. We're talking different languages at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yep.
And J. Paul asking, when is my boy Ricky Simone coming up? If I'm correct, he's coming up next. Is that right?
He's the second fight. Second fight on the main card.
Oh, second fight on the main card. There you go.
First up, we got Julian Marquez and Maki Pitolo, Coconut Bombs.
Yes, that is correct.
Against what was it, the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yeah,
or like
Cuban Missile Crisis,
or some sort of Kennedy related history nickname.
Yeah,
like the grassy knoll, or
the grassy knoll.
Hey, Matt knows, he lives in Dallas. He knows what I'm talking about.
I do. It's amazing how many people still go out there, like to that area, like just as a tourist attraction. It's kind of wild. Like it's like damn near every weekend you go down there. There's a ton of people out there.
Yeah, not this weekend, man, because it's cold as fuck.
True. I will be in the house all weekend. I will not be a part of 100-car pileup because people do not know how to drive in Dallas, in DFW, when there's ice on the road.
Yeah,
at all.
Texas, if it's below freezing, you stay inside. That's just
man. These dudes in these jacked up trucks still try to go 90 on the highway. I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
what are you doing right now?
It's nuts. I want to circle back to Ivan Report had a question a while ago. Who likes Bellator moving to Showtime? So I really do. I think it's a great call for Bellator because they weren't drawing the ratings that they needed to in terms of broadcast television, right? The ratings on Paramount were terrible. CBS Sports, I think, were a little better, but still not great. So I think it makes sense because then you can do, synergistic matchups. You can do crossover with Showtime Boxing, which is also struggling. And Steven Espinoza was already in charge of Bellator unofficially. Like Scott Coker, once they merged Viacom and CBS, Scott Coker reported to Steven Espinoza. Why have it on a separate broadcast network? Why not just bring everything into one big group? I think it makes all the sense in the world.
Big time. Like the biggest thing plaguing Bellator, I think, since the Spike days wrapped was like branding. To have like when it was Spike and they had Glory and PBC and all that, it was like you knew Friday nights you could go watch fights, and Bellator was a part of that mix. And then to go to Paramount Network to where the fight will be led in by a romantic comedy didn't make any sense. CBS Sports is a channel that like nobody watches.
Stop hating on Hitch, man. Hitch is a great movie.
but like DAZN never really gave a shit about MMA. Like they've done a piss poor job with their MMA content. So why not just have it next to a brand like Showtime Boxing? And the coolest part about it, Esther Lynn is back working in the MMA world. So that's the best part about this to me. So I'm happy as hell about that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No, Showtime has always been a very cool like presentation when it comes to combat sports. In general, like, do I care at the end of the day where the fights are broadcast? No, as long as I can see them. But I mean, there is something to be said about, the different production values and stuff like that they bring, different like feel to it. Like Showtime has a feel. You remember like Showtime, like boxing fights, same with HBO boxing, like there's a different feel to it. And then of course it's all the production value, like the sounds and the camera angles and stuff like that they come with. So it's cool. It's definitely cool, but I wasn't super excited about it when they were like, this is our announcement.
Well, also too, it's like the legacy of Strikeforce as well. So they can lean more into that. I mean, looks like they're getting half the roster back anyway with the UFC cuts. So it could be some interesting things with them on Showtime. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely. And I do want to point out Sound of Violence with a great comment here that I had noticed in terms of the BBC deal is going to be on the BBC iPlayer. So yeah, it's like at 3 a.m. on an app. It's not on BBC. It's the amount that they've been hyping this and being like, yeah, you can watch Bellator on BBC. Don't worry, it's all good. You don't have to pay behind the paywall. But then it's on the BBC iPlayer is ridiculous. It's like putting that would be like if the UFC was like, hey, dude, we got this awesome new deal and we're putting it on ESPN News and we're only on ESPN News. Like that's the equivalent to showing Bellator on the iPlayer instead of BBC. Like,
that's pretty trash.
Yeah. I mean, this sounds garbage. Almost sounds like when UFC went to ESPN originally. And it's like, well, it's going to be behind ESPN Plus. You know,
True.
I don't know. I mean,
right. But the BBC iPlayer is already like a free thing that's already out there. It's not like a paid for. It's. I mean, we're talking. I'm trying to think of an app that's the equivalent. That's just like, why would you ever download that app? And I feel like, I don't know. Let me know
the Bleacher Report
chat.
app for one, like when they were.
Yeah, like let me know in the chat if I'm wrong here. You Sound of Violence, you might know, or other people, but from my understanding and having a couple friends over in the UK that are using this, like it's the equivalent of like an app that has like a 1-star rating that no one really wants to use, and like that's what they're putting it on instead of BBC, which it's 3 a.m. So why wouldn't you be able to put it on? Like, what are you showing on BBC at 3 a.m. instead of the fights? You know what I mean?
Documentaries, of course. Like,
right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of
course.
And is that like the BBC is like a lot of documentaries, right? Or is that just a stereotype?
That might be. I have no idea.
I mean,
That's Doctor Who and documentaries. I'm pretty sure that's it. We're not ignorant at all. But yeah, thanks again for joining us here. You know, we probably got a lot of subscribers in the chat right now. What video content would you like to see this week? We've been making a couple videos. I know Adal has reached out in the comments. We are going to look at making a video that he requested. We did the pathway to the UFC for a fighter that another fan had requested. Let us know what you want to see in terms of video content. If you got any requests, anything that you want us to cover and tackle, questions like these are awesome. Keep them coming and let us know. And we're more than happy to make those for you. Let me see here. And any feedback at all. Obviously, we've had a ton of videos coming out this week. Let us know if that's the amount you want, if you want more, if it's too much. Let us know all that stuff.
Of course. Let us know. If you want to hop in the comments and drop ridiculous things, we will clap back.
Yes,
I have been doing all day.
Yes, we will. We will, you know, we will be honest. We are not the hold back and coddle you type site. We will be very honest with our opinions. So,
oh yeah,
and we're not credentialed, so we don't have anything to lose here. So
exactly, we got zero to lose here, man.
Yet, by the way, yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll get credentialed. I'm on the portal under the body lock. We'll see what happens.
And then you can threaten us with that. Once we get the credential, then you can threaten us with that. But until then,
I'm going to send this to Dana.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is it's a weird card, man, because like I can't think of a recent pay-per-view card where it's like I really have no interest in any of the undercard fights, like outside of just like, you know, general, like there's nothing on the undercard that's like making me like, oh my God, I got to see that fight. Like I can't wait for that one. I'm talking about on this main card rather. Besides the main event. The main event is one of the best fights I think you can put together right now at 170. So it's wild, like heavily main card or main event carried here. And I think that's going to show in the pay-per-view buys, unfortunately.
This card really could have used Chandler versus Oliveira, huh?
Well, you know what? Now that you said that, let's remind everybody of the fights that fell out that were supposed to be on this card. We were supposed to have Chris Weidman and Uriah Hall. That was supposed to be the co-main. Weidman had COVID. Pedro Munoz and Jimmy Rivera was supposed to be on this card. Those are two damn good fights right there. Obviously, Jillian Robertson, Miranda Maverick fell out right before the card started, and then Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. So,
yeah. That was like a lot of the stronger names on there, like the stronger matchups that were gone right there. So the Bobby Green, Jim Miller thing, just yes, please.
Well, like Adal with a great question and Sound of Violence. I see you, and you are correct. They will pull my credentials the minute they listen to the Fight Business podcast. Adal asking Weidman versus Hall or Miller versus Green. What's the bigger loss as an inaction fight?
Weidman versus Hall.
Yes.
Oh, I disagree. I think Bobby Green versus Jim Miller is far more because honestly, I think Hall versus Weidman. I think Hall would have slept Weidman there. Weidman has not looked good, even against Omari Akhmedov. I mean, that was a plodding decision win. It was not anything in terms of a good stand-up showing from Weidman. I think Hall probably would have would have been back and forth for a little bit. Hall would have been tentative, would have finally pulled the trigger and knocked him out. I think Bobby Green and Jim Miller would have been just chucking leather at each other until one of them went down.
And it depends on what Bobby Green shows up. And that's like whenever we're talking about Bobby Green in an action fight, I always get hopeful, but I'm always just a slight bit hesitant because you never know which version of him is going to show up. If the version of him shows up that wants to no sell every punch that lands on him without throwing any of his own, then we're in for a slow night. If it's the one who wants to, just probe his hand out from time to time and not really do anything else, we got a slow night. So Bobby Green is such a wild card. Hall and Weidman just sound. I mean, the even just the classic striker versus grappler motif promises more, I think, than Green and Miller, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, I think Hall Weidman was a bigger loss, just all around. Not only is just an action fight, but I mean, just in general. Like,
name value for sure.
Former champion, name value.
And the guy who killed Adam Sella on Tough.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, considering like the Fortis version of Hall is a different animal too, more calculated. He's not going out there taking risks. He's actually being more aggressive when he needs to be. Damn, I really hate that fight fell off.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I would have loved. Yeah, I would have loved to see both of them. I mean, for sure. But I think both had potential to be really, really good. So hopefully we get those fights later on. Let's see what else we got here. Sound of Violence mentioning that this card could have had Jillian Robinson versus Miranda Maverick. That would have been an underrated banger. Yeah, I agree. I think that would have been a solid fight. Hopefully, again, that's rescheduled shortly. Let's see. Brian saying Weidman could have retired after the last victory and gone down as a UFC great. You don't really want to see him keep fighting. I'd agree. I mean, I really think that he's lost a lot, mind you, to very tough competition. Like if you look at his losses, it's been Souza, Romero, Reyes at 205. It hasn't been like it hasn't been scrubs off the street. It's been very stiff, tough competition. He's arguably fought one of the toughest schedules since he's been champion. But that being said, he's also been knocked out so many times at this point. I'd rather see him hang him up and just call it quits there.
I agree. Like Weidman, like the only loss to that Weidman has against someone who wasn't a champion was Yoel Romero. Like that's it. So Reyes actually never officially won the belt. True. Everybody just thought he won.
But everybody knows he won the belt.
Yeah. So I mean that but still Weidman just doesn't he just doesn't have the durability anymore to keep this up. I definitely would love to see him call it quits.
At the end of the day, he's still his dad's boy. Okay, that's all that matters.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
This is a pertinent question. Adolo said, "How's Rogan's commentary been so far, guys? Satisfied? LOL. You know what? I haven't minded it too much until we got to the Mallory Martin Polyana Viana fight, where for about 2 minutes straight, both he and DC were just yelling, 'It's locked in, it's over, it's locked in,' when none of those things apparently were locked in. And then she locks up the end, it was over. But I mean, I have otherwise it hasn't been too bad. But that one it was like, I don't know. That one got on my nerves. I don't. How have you guys felt about Rogan's commentary?
Rogan high as a kite right now, man. It's just high conversation, which I'm okay with. Like, but it's Rogan at this point. Like, we don't expect a whole lot from him right now. But I'll say this is better than he has been lately, because he's put in some dreadful performances as of late. That Spotify money didn't change the man, I guess. I don't know. Then again, he's been doing this for a long time anyway, so he's kind of been mentally checked out of this for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, imagine being like as checked out as he is, and it's like he comes back to call this card.
yeah.
He just blatantly lying on the broadcast, like, I would have traveled anywhere for this fight. No, you wouldn't have. If this fight was anywhere other than the Apex Center, no, you're definitely not going all the way to Abu Dhabi for this card.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. There's no way. Important question from Sound of Violence: should I eat some weed butter, or should I eat some of this weed?
Yes.
No, I disagree.
Yes.
Don't put it on something. Eat it straight, man. big chunk.
Just butter. It's just butter.
I do not care. Just big chunk butter. Treat
man.
it like a breadstick, bread or bud stick.
No, just use the butter on something, man. Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah.
So Guillermo Cruz from MMA Fighting just tweeted out a wild stat in regards to the last fight. So I'll read it here. Anthony Hernandez makes history versus Rodolfo Viera at UFC 258. This is the first time an ADCC gold medalist loses via submission in the UFC ever. Now, that may sound cool, but wait till you hear the record. The combined UFC record of ADCC champions is 77-43-0-1 and only one submission loss.
Jeez.
That's wild. That's a pretty wild stat.
That's pretty
That is a dubious distinction right there.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, it goes to show you, man, how dangerous it is to be a one-trick pony. And you'll see, even for someone whose grappling skills are that incredible, like an ADCC gold medalist has to actually know how to box a little bit. He actually has to be able to know how to move around the ring. He's got to be able to move his head, and he's got to be able to check a kick and stuff. Like so many vital things. Like you just can't rely on one thing anymore, man. That's just nuts. Even at that level,
it's almost like different disciplines are important.
Yeah,
like if you expect an MMA fighter to step into a boxing ring, you expect them to win.
It's like
you guys are
mixed martial arts.
Drunk,
wow,
man, you're just there's no way.
I'm drunk right now. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you're hammered. Matt's hammered. Martial arts.
Oh my god, you got some good stuff there. You better watch out.
Nobody wants to hear this. Come on.
It never worked.
So we're doing walkouts right now.
I have a fan that appreciates the stat I've just relayed to everybody.
He does.
All right.
Yeah. Good. And speaking of Brian, he asked the question as we're about to do the walkout for Maki Pitolo here. Who retires first, Frankie Edgar or Weidman? That's a good question. Ooh. That's a toss-up for me. I'm going to say Weidman. Yeah.
I say Edgar. I mean, you guys heard the interview he gave, right?
Yeah.
I hope everybody in the chat listened to that interview that he gave where he talked about he didn't know where the hell he was for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but you also read the Instagram statement where he's like, "I'll be back," right? Like that's the thing is Edgar's too hard-headed. He's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't remember anything. By the way, I'm fighting next week." Like that's
and you look at the in-cage results. Like Frankie Edgar is still a very viable contender. Like that's a great. He's still performing at a very high level. Weidman has not been a championship caliber fighter for a long time now. Like it's been years since he has been actually relevant to the title picture and really was a threat for the belt. Edgar still although he really should be done after saying I don't remember the last 3 months of my life. But he should be able, he could also look at fight footage and be like, oh yeah, I still got it. Still got a high ranking. He still could do it.
Yeah.
Although I think this is a guy that could be on the chopping block as well. He is definitely of the mold that could be on the chopping block.
Who, Edgar?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Being a company man don't give you no damn favors.
No, that's not true.
He gets paid handsomely, and this is a guy who we know for sure is not going to win a belt in any of the 3 divisions that he's been relevant in.
Yes, but there are certain company men that I think will be there until the end. I think Edgar, I mean, it's possible, but honestly, if you look at the fact that he was given a title shot off a loss, if you look at the fact that Dana has always sung his praises and he's taking short notice fights all the time, I think he's safe. I think they may ask him to retire, but I think he's kind of Arlovsky situation where he can lose 5-6 in a row and they'll give him another one. He'll get enough chances and he'll beat, again, he's still a high enough level competitor. I think he'll beat enough people. He'll stay in there, but we can debate more on this a little bit, but right now we've got Pitolo versus Marquez about to start. And let's see, we've got Bruce announcing this. Ed Knoxville saying boring. Well, Ed, get out of here, man. We don't care. This is great.
Right? Appreciate you stopping in. Jesus Christ.
Adam saying he agrees with Ant. Adam, just terrible choice there, man. You need to rethink your life decisions.
Adam is a smart man. You leave Adam alone.
Just, man.
The way you was over there hyping up Dana, I'm about to call you Pat Cormier.
Yeah.
Hey, I was presenting the business facts, sir. That's all I was doing.
No wonder you weren't listed on that hit video against the media. You weren't. You were missing
man. That. Just slide.
Yeah,
slide right under. No, he did. No, see, I did the smart thing by pointing out the financials next to all of my criticism, so they couldn't put me up there without, admitting some of their pay discrepancies.
There we go.
All right,
Bruce Buffer doing some fantastic work in that spectacular red jacket of his.
Yes.
Yeah, have you seen the inside of it?
Yeah.
Oh, the inside looks dope. He should have worn it.
That's amazing. Yeah, he should have worn it inside out, right?
Yeah.
Like Will Smith.
All right.
Fresh Prince.
Here we go. We'll count this down. Once we get the fight clock, we'll go ahead and count this down once the fight starts, and then we'll give you the exact time we're seeing. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are at 4:54. Oh, Pitolo just launching those coconut bombs immediately.
Hey, that's
you really said that. Okay,
he really did say that. He did say
yeah.
that. Even the commentators wouldn't go that low, sir.
I'm just waiting for Marquez to land one clean shot so I can say he hit him with a Cuban missile.
And there's a crisis. Say Pitolo's in a crisis.
Oh my god, cheesiest commentators ever.
Yeah, hey, we're not boring though. Like that dumbass said, we're definitely not boring. We're cheesy, but we ain't boring. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
Right? No, this is actually
life with that.
See, this is what I kind of expected. I expected Julian to try to slow this down, but
takedown by Pitolo there.
That's such a smart way to go about it too, man. A guy who's been out of action that long and just immediately get in his face and just blitz him and make sure he doesn't have the opportunity to really kind of catch his breath and all right, I'm comfortable, I'm settled in here. Yeah. Just disrupt that.
That's all. I mean, that's no different than what he normally fights, though, too. But yeah, to be sure to definitely go out there and do that against a guy like Marquez, who has been on the shelf for a while. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to approach it that way.
Yeah,
because it's like all of a sudden, like how everybody always says, like training in the gym is nothing like being in there in the real thing.
Right.
It's a different world.
Different and
yeah. And 2 years is a long time. That's for sure.
That's a lifetime in sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a difference. Like when you're in the training gym and like, okay, you mess up or whatever, like you get tapped. Okay, you do it again. There's no do-overs. It's not a dress-up rehearsal. Like you got to be perfect.
Oh, he is under the chin here. Pitolo's. Oh, but
what is
Marquez
he doing?
Is still,
I don't know what.
I don't know.
Why is he not just wrapping that around?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pitolo. I mean, Pitolo's not known for his ground game, right? Like the takedown makes sense, but like I don't think he quite knows what to do with it. Like you guys are saying, it's definitely some curious decisions here.
I think he's better off just going for strikes at this point. Because he's going to grossly give up his positioning. Like certain things he's just not doing, trying to secure whatever he was trying to secure, because that was.
Yeah. No, you did a good job right there, just to transition to the back, get that hook in. As long as he keeps Marquez down, he should be okay. Like, don't try to do anything overly technical. Like, that's not who you
Marquez is on his feet.
You see, he tried to wrap around his arm instead of his leg, and almost lost the dominant position in there.
Yeah.
No, he's holding him against the fence, but Marquez is back to his feet at this point.
Got a minute and 55 on the clock right now. If y'all are trying to sync up again out there.
Ooh.
And sorry for a couple of seconds behind.
Yeah. Another wave just hit me too, so this is fantastic. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a trip there.
About to slip off, jumping for the back there.
Jumping for the back, but he's maintained position. He's doing all right.
Marquez
crazy.
Marquez hasn't had any offense this round yet.
This is if this goes, if Marquez doesn't get any other offense off, is this a 10-8 round?
That's what I was kind of hinting at. He just threw 3 little short punches from the clinch, and I think that's the only strikes he's thrown this round.
But do you think he took enough damage for it to be a 10-8?
It doesn't have to be damage though.
Yeah. It hasn't even been a whole lot of like crazy positional dominance either. Like he's had more favorable positions, but it's not like he had him in mount for 3 minutes or took his back for 4.
Oh, nice trip there. Now he's going for a guillotine. Marquez might pull off this guillotine.
That did not just happen. He just shucked Pitolo off of him and landed in a not even landed, but like ended up in a guillotine.
Yeah.
Good old Derek Lewis school of grappling defense.
Pitolo's out of it now, though. But that was kind of crazy.
I mean, that
like it was deep
that might be enough offense to keep it at a 10-9. As Ant was saying, the dominance wasn't particularly super strong on the ground. I think he's probably a 10-9 at this point.
No, I think we're in the 10-9 territory safely.
Pitolo's hurt. No, he's not. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm pulling a road. It looked like it might be.
Marquez landed a couple of hooks right there, but here we go. That's a Pitolo round for me. 10-9.
Yeah.
Good man. Look at this. Sound of Violence. Sweet butter is 1,000 milligrams single dose like a dime. So he just Pat O'Jay'd it raw. Good man. It's the way to do it. Don't listen to Ant. Listen to me.
I probably will lead you astray. So,
jeez.
Well, cool. So 10-9 Pitolo there for sure. Cuban Missile Crisis has got to activate some crises if he wants to stay in this one. So, see what happens.
Oh, you really tried that one, didn't you? Put that in with a crowbar. Jesus.
I did.
You get like a cheesy alarm or something that can flash on the screen. My goodness.
If you really want to know how Matt felt about it, when I rewind this and go back and look at Matt's face right after I said it, he had a great facial expression. Just trying to.
It just took me a second to realize that that it wasn't the weed. It was like, he actually said that shit.
Hey man.
All right, round 3.
Round 2, and let's see what the clock is at.
I think that was
there we go. All right, 450 or no, I'm sorry, 445 right now. That's where we're at. Oh, throwing leather right out the gate. Marquez looking much better here.
Yeah, no doubt. Ooh. So this is good for Marquez now because he's out in space. He's able to try to work his striking at least. He's not landing much.
And he's weathered the storm, right? Like
the cobwebs are off now for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said in the pre-show. I was like, he's got to, weather that initial storm, and then he could take over as the fight goes on. If I expect him to try to
nut shot.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. That was straight in the groin.
Straight in the nuts.
Wow. I wonder if one of his testicles fell out of the cup.
Axe Rupp, he did press the launch code right there. He just went straight to the nuts. That was a rough.
See the launch code. See that right there. That's a great reference to the nickname. Much better than Pat. Axe Rupp will be hosting the show for UFC 259 in place of Pat O'Jay. Good job, Axe.
Well, I'm gonna grab another beer because I'm offended.
Look at you. So we're up to the 3rd groin strike of the night for those of you keeping score at home. And that one was kind of a glancing blow, but it was.
They don't take much.
Ones, glancing ones that move everything. Are kind of the worst ones. Oh,
well, that was a wild sequence. Like I don't know what just happened.
I think Marquez got clipped a little bit, but Pitolo looked like it was weird. It looked like they both landed something hard. And did the ref say anything about that major? Like he put his
toe around the whole thing.
He just put his whole toe in the fence and used it for leverage, and I did not see the ref come in.
He actually swung off the cage with his toe like that, or whatever he just did.
Yeah, we got
Pitolo. Takedown for Pitolo, yeah.
Oh, got
Pitolo on top, trying to take the back of Marquez.
Trying to get that handcuff. Oh, lost it.
Oh.
Marquez back to his feet, still in the clinch.
He's going to drag him down again.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC's just said we've never seen Pitolo wrestle like this, and I 100% agree. He is definitely doing great work in the clinch.
Yeah, Marquez has got to do something here if he wants to try and win this round back. It's 2 minutes and 51. Oh, nice shot.
That was real Usman like right there. Like,
there's again.
Oh, he's got a guillotine again.
Wow. Off again, right into the
guillotine.
guillotine.
Holy crap!
That one's deeper.
Oh, that's
man. Oh, he can't.
He's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it.
Yeah, he's already lost it. He couldn't clasp it right.
But he's not giving up. He's trying to readjust.
Yeah, no, he's trying to get it again.
Now
it's deep.
No.
He's out of it.
Oh, but he's
that's crazy because that's the second time this fight. He just shucked Pitolo off of him and found like
Pitolo's not fighting back.
This is going to get stopped, man. This keeps up.
Oh, why is he not throwing more punches? If Marquez just unleashes a flurry here, I think this fight gets stopped based on where Taglioni is.
I think he's feeling that Pitolo is trying to spring up, so he's just trying to kind of keep him. Now he's. See, there he goes.
Marquez way too high, and now eating some shots. Yeah, this is. Oof.
Jeez.
And just just way too high and messed that up. And now Pitolo's back on top. Who's winning? That's a great question.
This is a very close round right here.
Pitolo won round one. Yeah, but this is I don't know who you give this to right now.
Yeah, as DC just said, this round is still on the table, man. It's been crazy. That's the easiest mount take of the night.
Yeah, this is
stepped right in the mount.
Ridiculous.
Pitolo there.
But why now Pitolo is down there hitting the body. I don't understand why he's not trying to get up and just unleash.
Just trying to wear him down.
Yeah. Those body shots are
and he's like he's trying to go for an arm triangle position, but he doesn't have the arm.
It's like he's trying to combine an arm triangle with a rear naked choke.
Yeah. That's
not committing to either position. It's like
not gonna work. Yes. I mean, Marquez almost is helping him out by turning into it like that, though.
Yeah, but Marquez got out of mount now. He
did. That was risky, though. I mean, he turned away to get back to half guard, but in doing so, he almost gave up his back.
Axrup saying this might be a 10-10. I mean,
not now.
It's a much stronger case for a 10-10 than the last fight that was discussed about.
Disagree, sir. Pitolo is winning.
So you're wrong? No, I'm not saying this is a 10-10. I'm saying it's a much better discussion for 10-10 than the previous time we talked about that. So more of a 10-10. But I'd say Pitolo's winning this round.
Yeah.
You will never find me issue a 10-10 on a card.
That's because you're a loser.
I would issue a 10-10 on Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou round 1. That's the only time. I think it was 2 strikes thrown by each. And that one, you really, man.
Yep. I have it 2018 for Pitolo now. How do you guys have it?
Yeah. That's
I have 2018
Pitolo.
Yeah, I swear, if Marquez shucks Pitolo off and ends up right into a guillotine again in this round, I'm going to pull up this fight and study how he did that 3 times.
I mean, I will say that these grappling exchanges work because they're evenly matched, but against some of the other grapplers in the division, I think they would have been stopped. I think either of them could have been stopped at this point. I think they both have some work to do in terms of the clear errors they're making, right? Pitolo not committing to a specific submission, or Marquez just being able to flip Pitolo into a guillotine. That's not the best groundwork you've seen.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's
yeah. I agree with our chat here.
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah,
still had the more significant moments.
And we are now at 4:48 in round 3, and Marquez is going for it. Oh,
he's fighting like Pitolo now.
Yeah.
I mean, he must know he's down too.
Yeah, that's what his corner was kind of telling him, that he's really can't afford to slack anymore.
Yeah.
And I mean, as we all I guess we could talk about this in between the fights about the open scoring because there's open scoring used in an event. Oh, Pitolo caught him.
He's cracked him good.
Yeah, that was a strong left hand from Pitolo a second ago. Dropped Marquez to one knee, but they're both back up. He's throwing.
Well, Pitolo would be very well served to move his head a little bit.
We're at 4 minutes right now, by the way, if you guys are trying to sync up with this. 3:55 now.
And yeah, Marquez is definitely the aggressor in this one.
Yeah, but he's getting lit up.
Oof. Oh, another Roy shot. Oh, they ran with it.
Beautiful spinning back
combo
up.
there. Another knee to the head.
That combo.
Marquez is pouring it on right now, man.
Yeah, Marquez is going for that finish.
And he's just stalking him down, too. He's not letting Pitolo breathe.
Oh, Pitolo goes for the takedown. Smart move by Pitolo here.
Yeah.
Up, guillotine. No, he gets taken down. Yeah.
Be all right.
So we still got 3:05 left. Marquez he can stay down here for a few seconds, but he's got to work his way back up pretty quickly. I mean, winning this round isn't enough. He's got to finish this fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or 10-8 it for a draw. But
yeah, 10-8 though at this point is pretty far gone. I'd imagine with half a round.
Something really miraculous has to happen to change that tide that far.
That ref.
So look, committing to a rear naked choke, or what are we doing here? Yeah, you got it. It's like that odd sideways position.
Yeah. And again,
but if he had more of his back right there, that would there it is.
He's locked it in. Yeah, he's got it modified.
Oh yes, he's got it. He's got it clamped up.
Oh, but he gets out of it.
Oh, he let it go. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Marquez now on top.
Just like the transitions, man. The transitions between these positions, like one guy will be on the other one's back, like 5 seconds apart. It's crazy.
I will agree here with Sound of Violence. Marquez looking much more like himself in the third round, and I'm in report. Yeah, this is a good question. Where is Jason Herzog when you need him, man? Just where is he? Where is he? But yeah, it's got minute 45 left right now, and Pitolo's going for another takedown, but Marquez stuffs it. Oh, but can't get the guillotine, and now Marquez looks tired though.
He's so tired.
Yeah,
those punches weren't even. I don't know what those were.
Yeah, no. At this point, I think Pitolo just has to keep the clinch game and avoid a submission. And
yeah. This is just going to be pressing up against the fence, I think, for the last minute and change here.
Oh,
unless Marquez
here comes Marquez.
Oh wow!
Unloading, trying to stop it.
He's landing some hard rights. Oh, nice
knee to the head. And smart
got that neck out again.
To go for the smart save by Pitolo to go for clinch. Yeah,
this is a hell of a round.
Oh,
he jumped on the guillotine. He really jumped on the guillotine. Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he's grimacing. He's grimacing. He's got it.
He's tapped.
Wow.
Julian Marquez.
What a comeback, man.
Marquez.
Oh, my God. What a comeback.
Holy crap.
What a comeback, man. My goodness.
Man. Yeah, Marquez is good God. Insanity. Wow. 25 seconds left. Is that right? Yeah, that was, man, what a finish. What a crazy fight.
Yeah, and to see the difference in him with that one combination where it looked like he had nothing left, and he threw that like weird flying knee, whatever that was, and then to just seconds after that just poured on. Like, you talk about digging deep.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't
elbow.
That flying knee.
Wow. The anaconda, man. Dude. Julian Marquez landed in the guillotine and the anaconda like it was nothing.
And how did Pitolo not finish him here? It really looked like it was on the side, but still pretty much locked in. But man, just Yeah, Marquez really just went for it.
Wow. That's got to be it. That's got to be it for Pitolo. Sorry.
Yeah,
he won 2 rounds, but that's your 4th loss in a row, bro, or 3rd loss in a row rather. 3rd loss in a row for him. Got finished out of 2 of those.
Yeah, he's going to be in another organization for his next fight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it. What I will say is, it was exciting enough. They may, because
maybe
let's see,
he did show a lot of.
That's what it's. I will give and well, here's the thing. That's his 3rd fight. Is that right in the UFC? Is that correct?
4th.
Okay.
5th.
So here's 5th.
5th. He is now 1-4 in the UFC.
Okay, then I think he's probably gone then. And reason is normally they do 4-fight contracts at a time, and you go through a standard kind of Excel spreadsheet level up. Like, as if you get renewed, you usually get renewed for a slightly higher base and all of that. This in the antitrust lawsuit, they went through this, and we found it's still pretty accurate today, where they have this set standard. Since he has 5 fights, he would have had to re-sign at least once, and he probably would be on that higher level. So I'm thinking that's probably it. If this was his 4th fight, I think it was exciting enough that they probably could have offered to re-sign him at the same pay rate and kind of given him that out. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that's probably his last fight in the UFC. Yeah, I'm in report. That's not, it's not a wrong statement.
Man, that was it's going to be some bonus competition with that one.
Yeah. Yes, it will. Still don't think it was better than Fluffy's, but
no, I still don't think it was. But
I mean, that's fight of the night for sure. Fight of the night for sure. I think we still got the performance of the nights clear, but right now that's leader in the clubhouse for me for fight of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to pull up my spreadsheet and add in some couple of additions here, I think, for the best of 2021.
Gathering our info for the year-end conversations.
Yes.
Oh, smart, man. You all prepared.
I'm trying to keep up with it, man, because last year, like I said, I made it till April doing this. So trying to keep up with it as much as possible.
A good time to stop when the world started falling apart. So it's understandable.
I mean,
yeah, sense. And if you're just joining us again, thank you so much for joining us on the Fight Companion. We just watched Marquez pull a crazy comeback against Maki Pitolo. We'll be taking you through the main card. Drop us any comments, question, how you are feeling the fights are going. What's your fight of the night so far? All of that stuff. Let us know. We want to hear from you. And let's see. Nick Baldwin getting on the podcast, our main man, Cuban Missile Crisis. That is correct.
Those are the tweets that make it on the broadcast.
Sorry, yeah.
Tweet out the nickname with explanation points. It gets on the broadcast. That's all they're looking for, people.
And Axe, you're right. That was in real time. I noticed the elbow, but didn't think it was that bad. But in slow mo, that looked nasty. That looked sick. It was very, very good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And end of the year awards, real quick, Matt. I don't know if you added the one of the guy who threw up, but you need to end that for a finish.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Body kick. A guy's body kick caused the other fighter to throw up, and the fight got stopped.
I need events and names. I need specifics, sir. I just can't put guy who.
I'll find it. All I saw was
guy who threw up from body kick.
Oh, actually, I know that guy. Yeah.
There you go.
I know. I coached that guy. Not for that fight, but yeah.
Oh wow.
There you go. Yeah,
oh wow.
See, I can just say that, and Ant knows him. So
okay. Yes. Again, anybody at least watching has the names and specifics.
Yeah. But I was just trying to figure out if anybody in the chat was listening to Julian Marquez's interview, like he was going on some promo about something. I don't know what he was talking about. He kept talking about hashtagging your city or something, like he was Petey Pablo. I don't know what he was talking about. Well,
right.
Y'all don't get the Petey Pablo reference.
So
let's see. He's talking about James Cross was one of the only people believing in him.
He's cutting a pro wrestling promo right now for sure.
Yes.
He just asked Miley Cyrus to be his Valentine. That was his call out.
Incredible. There you go. He did walk out to Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
I believe
he got me excited about a real call out here, and he called out Miley Cyrus to be his Valentine.
Yes. I'm gonna agree with Adam on this one.
It was like the longest post-fight interview ever.
And I thought he had the pro wrestling promo. I thought I was going to call somebody out and be at least, okay. And then he just, called out Miley Cyrus.
Calling out a social media challenge or something. Like,
yeah.
Come on now. We that's what you do with your spotlight? Okay, buddy. Yeah. That was Trizash.
Wow.
But good comeback. Gotta admit that.
Comeback. That was weird. That was weird. That was strange. It was exciting. It was strange. Pretty much the sport in a nutshell right there.
There you go. And Brian Peppas with Miley's a wrecking ball. She beat him. There you go.
Oh, that's low key like one of the hardest non-rap songs out there. That shit slaps, son. Oh, that shit slaps.
What is happening right now?
That shit goes, man. That shit goes, man.
Yeah, what is happening right now? Definitely, in terms of sub of the year for my spreadsheet, we definitely got to put the first ADCC losing by sub in my number 2 slot right now, right?
Oh yeah,
it's got to be on that. I would agree. And following the sub comment and just appreciation of Miley Cyrus. If you haven't subscribed to us already, now's the time. You definitely should. We're just bringing you great content like Ant's takes on music, just primo there.
I like that song. Like I don't know any other song she does, but that song's like, yeah, that shit hard.
It's fair. I see Sound of Violence, at least say Rebecca Black or something. I agree.
I don't know who Rebecca Black is.
You never heard the song Friday?
It's a song?
It's the artist who did that song Friday, and it's like way out of tune, and it's a whole thing. You don't remember that from like 10 years ago?
The only Friday song I can think of is Ice Cube.
Oh, well, that's a much better song. But
yeah, okay.
I'll send it to you. You'll probably love it. You'll probably put it in your top 5.
Might be the new walkout joint. You never know. When we go out for that MMA media tournament.
Yeah, let us know in the comments where you think where you think Ant Walker would end up in the MMA media tournament. I say first round. He's knocked out. Round 1 in the very first round. Just
that is
flatline.
Yo, that is messed up. I tell you what, if I get knocked out in the first round, I'm knocking you out.
Listen. You know what?
You hope I win.
I just want to say this one time for everybody. Okay, we live in a world where Barstool Sports is putting on combat sports events, where Triller is putting on combat sports events. It very well could be a real thing to have an MMA media tournament at some point. And you know what? We could all actually promote the shit ourselves and make some bank off of it. Probably be our biggest paydays ever as journalists in MMA.
Yes.
Oh, by far. Oh, man.
Very true. Tan believes in you, and saying you could take Ariel, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe that. I do believe you could beat.
I think
he'd do pretty. I think he'd do pretty well.
He's lanky, so that's the thing. The lanky guys, man, they're very annoying. So that would be the issue. He's lanky, but I'd take care of that.
Yeah. Sound of Violence shouting out Big Frida. I do love Big Frida. I will say that. Big Frida saw Big Frida once in concert in Cincinnati, randomly in Fountain Square in Cincinnati. I just moved there, didn't know anyone, didn't know what was going on. Just Big Frida concert. It was pretty hilarious.
I have no idea who Big Frida is.
Man, I'm trying to think.
I have no idea either.
They have one famous song, but
Big
yeah.
Yeah, no shock there.
I'm not aware, not familiar. I'm not hip.
I'll send you guys some Big Frida stuff.
Okay, all right.
It's
Don't send me nothing. Don't slap like Wrecking Ball. Don't do that.
There's a lot of yelling and bouncing. Big Frida is a lot of yelling and bouncing, like a ton.
Oh, okay.
Like it's
okay.
Lots of, it's good.
I feel like I'm going to be disappointed. I feel like
all right. Now I just got to send it to you. I'll just do that. But while I'm doing that, also let us know again in the comments how you're liking the fight so far. What video content you want us to make? We are 34 subscribers away from the big 1K. I'm sure we will do a celebration / thank you vid when that happens. So we appreciate all of you for tuning into things like this to make that happen. This has been a big driver of our subscriber growth. So we appreciate y'all for being here and engaging. But let us know in terms of if you want some content to be covered. We will do that for you. We take requests. That's how cool we are. We're not like these other guys that are like, oh, I got to do a 20-minute breakdown on somebody, No. That's not us. We're high-level discussion. We're here for y'all. So let us know.
1,000%. Yeah, UFC 259. They're showing the card right now on the screen. That is absolutely a stacked card.
That means spoiled for riches on that card.
3 title fights. I hate when they stack 3 title fights on a card, but in this COVID era, I'm sure one may fall out, so I'm not mad at it.
And like the Makhachev and Dober fight, good Lord, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds so beautiful.
Then, of course, Thiago Santos and Alexander Rakic.
Oh, yeah. That's
just to kick things off a little bit. Yeah. Something light to kick things off.
The title implications on that fight by far. Especially with John Jones gone now. Like, serious title implications with that.
Dude, that's a hell of a card right there.
Yeah, that is
of course, I'm not as excited about Nunes and Anderson as I am the other two, but I'm definitely excited to see Aljo get his shot against Petr Yan.
I would say if you look at these prelims prelims, Dominic Cruz versus Casey Kenny, I think is a fantastic fight. I love Song Yadong versus Kyler Phillips. I think that is my fight of the night by far. That should be crazy fight. Like stand up there should be insane. I can't wait to see that. Dare I say that Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson might be one of the weakest fights on that card.
Yes.
Simply because,
yeah. Sorry. I mean, that's not necessarily a disrespect to Megan. It's just that's how much better Amanda Nunes is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think I see Megan getting knocked out in that one just because she defensively, she takes so much punishment. And Nunes is going to tap that chin.
Yeah.
But Nunes does have the option to just out wrestle her and out position her if she wants to. But that's just why do that? If you're Nunes, you can just clean her clock.
Yeah. And
are they honoring Bruce Buffer for Black History Month? Or was
okay?
No, I think this is his anniversary of when he started
25 years.
Announcing. Yeah,
I was like, what?
Buffer 25. But listen, before we get off,
that's right, the jacket and all that. Yeah.
Let's go back to 259 for a second. Let me put this comment back up so people know what I'm talking about. We just discussed the main card, the prelims. The prelims are better than this main card tonight. Kicking it off.
Yeah.
Souza versus Lemos. Askar Askarov against Jiu-Jitsu. Kyler Phillips and Song Yadong. And then, of course, Dominic Cruz and Casey Kenny. Man. The prelims are stacked too. 259 is going to be a hell of a card. And of course, we will be right here on the Body Lock Live to
we will
take it all in with you guys. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
And we got some questions regarding this. Let's see. Come back to Adal's question about Cyborg. But first, Adam asking, who do you put Nunes against, though? That's a good question. If it's not against Anderson, I mean, I'm going to bang on the table for Nunes versus Shevchenko 3. I think that's the best fight for both women. I'm still convinced of that right now. Do it. You do it. Shevchenko was robbed in the second fight. Put it together for third time.
You're drunk off the water over there, sir.
I'm good with not seeing that trilogy fight.
Yeah.
Although interesting, it might be the most bankable fight. But that's still not saying much considering how their rematch was one of the lowest pay-per-views in the modern era. So could also have something to do with the promoter trashing the champion ahead of that fight as well. So
that did
the promotion has changed their stance on Nunes drastically since then.
But you don't think because I guess back at this question, right? Who you put Nunes against? I don't see Nunes getting challenged at anybody at 135 or 145 otherwise. And especially with her growth since that last fight, you don't think that would be more of a banger this time around? I don't think it would be that trigger shy fight that occurred at UFC 215. I think it would be a much more exciting fight. I think Nunes, I think Nunes would either knock Shevchenko out, which would be incredible, or Shev ends up, dominating and outpointing a Nunes who's more aggressive. But I think it would be a much better fight this time around. But that's just me, I guess.
Thing is, Shevchenko has to try to outpoint Nunes. Like, that's her path to victory, and that's how she survived at 135 against bigger women. Like, the way she beat Holly Holm, like, she just outpointed her. Whether she was provided other opportunities and got finishes is another story, but I don't think she's going to really cleanly outpoint Amanda Nunes, and even her trying is going to be a really, really boring affair.
Listen, the fight to make is a name that was actually brought up to Dana White in the media scrum earlier this week. Bring in somebody that needs a paycheck right now. Someone that has never fought in the UFC that needs a paycheck right now, because those Ben Shapiro videos aren't paying the bills. Gina Carano is available, ladies and gentlemen. Bring her in. Bring her in. Bring her in.
Yes. You know what? And right after that, I think she should fight Cyborg again. That's the fight to make. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Cyborg,
I want to talk about a marketable fight.
Or she should have a boxing match with Clarissa Shields. Boxing match with Clarissa Shields for Carano. I'm all for it. Too. Book it.
That too.
And speaking of Cyborg, let's go to Adal's question. And Sound of Violence, I'm not putting up your question because that was very rude what you said. If Cyborg wasn't emotionally so involved against Nunes, could she have won? I mean, I think that's the fight. It's a shame that Cyborg isn't still with the UFC, because I think Cyborg Nunes 2 is the only fight I want to see other than Shevchenko Nunes 3. And that one would be far more exciting than whatever Shevchenko Nunes 3 could yield. Even though I think Shevchenko Nunes 3 would be more exciting than the rematch, I do agree it wouldn't be the most exciting fight. Cyborg versus Nunes 2, I think is what it's all about. But I don't think we'll ever see that again, because Cyborg's almost assuredly going to stay over in Bellator. So I could see a path of victory for Cyborg. I think that's the only woman out there right now outside of Shevchenko who could challenge Nunes. I think those are the two. Otherwise, Nunes just wrecks everybody.
Yeah, if Nunes retires soon, I can see that fight happening in that rematch happening in Bellator. Scott Coker calling her up out of retirement, paying her some big money, and then putting that together. That being said, the UFC is probably going to try to sign her to some really long contract to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere, or if she does, they have a say in it, like they did with Anderson Silva way back when they thought he was going to retire years ago. So,
yeah,
and there's some interesting updates on that where it hasn't been fully confirmed yet. I've reached out to a couple sources. I know John Nash has talked about this on a couple of podcasts, but they are changing the contract language moving forward, it seems, to make fighters more independent contractors, and that could affect retired fighters, which is huge, because it used to be retired fighters like, yeah, that's great, you're not fighting anywhere else unless we say so. Too bad. Like, and I would assume Nunes would be in that realm, right? GSP, they might let go because he's comes back for one fight and then he goes off and fights somebody else, or rather retires for such a long time. It's whatever. But Nunes, I would imagine, is going to be one of those fighters they would try and keep tooth and nail. But with the new contract changes, she could hypothetically retire and wait X amount of years and then be good to come back. So if that's true, not 100% confirmed yet, but I'd say it's about 70% from what I know. That could be true. And that could be a big game changer moving forward, because you might see a couple fighters that retire and then all of a sudden, I'm back and I'm with a different promotion.
Oh, wow.
A la Rumble, a la Chael, people like that.
The return of Nick Lentz.
I mean, yes, that was Nick Lentz's
wow.
play, for
That's
sure.
what we've been waiting for.
For sure. Oh, Gina Ronda to end 2021. We will unpack that in a little bit, Axe, but we are about to get underway with Brian Kelleher and Ricky Simone. Bruce Buffer looking sharp as always, introducing the fighters. So I believe we all had Simone in this one. Is that right?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Although I will say Kelleher can put people's lights out. So I would not be shocked if he lands that big shot and takes the win here. But
it's going to be a good fight, I think. I think we're actually going to see our first clean knockout of the night. That's my prediction here.
Ooh. Solid prediction.
Wow. All right. Yeah,
I'm going to say it's a decision.
Yeah, I'm thinking decision too. Favoring Ricky Simone in this, but a Brian Kelleher boxing centric knockout sounds like a fun thing to watch, and I don't have any money on this, so hey, yes, please, I'll take it.
Yeah. Got no nonsense, Keith Peterson, and I'll count this down here in a second. All right. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are at 4:53 right now.
That's such a beautiful countdown. This countdown brought to you by the Body Lock.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell that friend to tell 10 more friends.
Advertisers, your brand can go here.
Journalism done right.
Yeah, if anybody out there wants to sponsor us, by all means, I'm in Report, Sound of Violence. I know you're always. If you want us, we'll give you shout outs, man. We'll read cards, do all that. You just let us know.
All right, we got Simone on.
Oh, Simone going. Oh man,
Wow.
dude,
Kelleher getting bully quick. Well, he is hurting. Kelleher is hurting, man. He's got
he's grimacing.
Blood in his eye. Probably. I wonder if it was a headbutt or something. The way they got all close, got in close quarters there. I hope it wasn't a headbutt.
Simone is smothering them against the fence right now, though. Kelleher did get back to his feet, but Simone is coming out the gate, man, with this pressure right now.
Yeah,
already got him busted open.
Up. Kelleher grabbing the fence. Nothing said by Keith Peterson.
He was trying to just wipe the blood out of his eye while Simone was just kneeing his leg.
Just Kelleher just grabbing the fence. Yeah,
like
come on.
Oh man, if he can survive this onslaught, Ricky Simone's probably gonna have a huge adrenaline dump.
That's true. Kelleher tried to jump a guillotine there, but did not get it. Simone's making his way through the guard of Kelleher right here.
He melted through that guard.
Yeah.
Kelleher's
he's gonna pass that half guard in no time.
Yeah, Kelleher already looks. He's in so much pain. He already looks like he's about to tap almost.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not even in that squeeze. Got to be crazy because he's not even in the best positioning for that arm triangle. He's got to get his hips out to the right more.
Yeah.
After it, my goodness.
Yeah, he's going pressing down on the leg to pull the half guard out.
There you go.
Oh wow, lost the grip there.
And good work by Kelleher to stay alive there.
Yeah, like there's such a narrow moment that you have to get out of that. He got explosive at just the right time.
Yeah. And he's keeping that leg trapped too, so Simone can't up. Well, there you
go. Leg free, north south. Oh wow, that back take was quick.
Oh, nice.
But he doesn't get it now.
The guillotine. No, it doesn't have it.
Now they're back broken up. Good work by Kelleher to survive all that.
That blood going in Kelleher's eye, man. His striking is probably going to be compromised.
Of course, man. That shit sucks.
Yeah,
like honestly, it completely covers your eye.
I'll be surprised if this fight goes to the second round because of that cut. It's probably going to get stopped.
Yeah, if the doc looks at it,
well, it could be. Yeah,
it's not pouring it's not like leaking blood, but it's just
the worst positioning possible.
Yeah. Great takedown by Simone. Perfect timing there.
That's an alpha brain. That's why Rogan remembered that.
Yeah, Rogan's got the alpha brains. Oh,
got the
arm triangle.
Arm
that's
triangle.
all squeeze. Like the positioning is not.
It's from opposite half guard. He's trying to get the arm triangle. On the other side.
Yeah, I don't know what Simone's thinking there. If he got out and then gone to the other side, I don't know what. He's got to get that leg through.
Yeah, he's disrupting that. Hey, man, Kelleher is just so scrappy, man. That's why I didn't think he'd get finished, man. He's just
back up though.
Yeah,
that blood is
this fight is getting stopped.
I'm not ready to say that yet. I think I'm gonna let the cutmen I'm gonna see what the Cutman can do at the end of round 1 if this gets to the end of the round. But yeah, I mean it could be because
if Simone pops that spot once more,
yeah.
it's going to be a wrap. Like it probably won't stop at before the round is over, but in between rounds, I'm telling you, I'll be very surprised if we see a second.
He hasn't gone to it like since they've been
back
to the feet yet.
He's been going legs. Ooh, hit each other's legs there.
All right, we're
10
about to see
seconds
what
left.
happens in between these rounds.
Yeah, clear. Oh no, okay.
Wow. It's going to be interesting to see what this looks like when they clean it up. If they're able to get it to stop bleeding.
Yeah, that'll be the question here. Cutman has definitely got some work out there. Doctor's taking a look. Oh, it is a pretty bad cut, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's
what
a
they do
nasty
here.
one.
Yeah, I mean, that is a nasty cut. We will see if the Cutman can get this done. It doesn't look like it. This isn't looking good for Kelleher because that thing is still wide open. Yeah, it's just in a really bad spot.
We'll see. Yeah, that's a nasty
See where
spot.
that cut was from.
It's like right here. For those of you not watching this fight, he's got a cut like right here on the inside of his eyebrow.
Yeah,
like going in down into the eye socket, and it's of course bleeding right.
Oh, and it was an elbow. It was a big left elbow that landed that caused it. Looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
they're letting him go to round 2. There you go.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, don't cash in that prop bet, huh?
Yeah. Again, I think it's just because it's not like profusely bleeding. Like the cut man was able to stop the bleeding, but it's still a nasty location.
Yeah, but now if you look at it, like if you're watching the screen here, I can hardly tell the cut is there, honestly, right now.
Oh, it looked like he got a big old glob.
Oh, big teeth to the face by Kelleher.
Oh, yeah. Well, all he needs to do is get touched there once, and it's going to open
that body shot.
Nice body shot by Simone. Oh, big kick to the leg by Simone. Kelleher's still very much in this, though.
Yeah, he's still extremely dangerous right now. And like for all the damage that he's wearing on his face, he didn't really exert himself, to the point of exhaustion in that first round. So it's not like he just had like the life beaten out of him or something.
Oh, yeah, and we've seen him come. We've seen him come back with the Hunter Azure fight, as they mentioned on the broadcast as well. Like, I mean, he was getting beat down, and then he landed one big shot, and that was it. Like, Kelleher's got that power. Just one shot, lights are out.
Yeah, never see it starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah,
nice head kick.
But you saw though, like when Kelleher wasn't worried about the blood, like he was landing some nice shots. Well, we'll see how.
Front kick to the face again.
But he didn't bring his leg back quick enough. And Simone caught it, used it for a takedown. But he just lets him back up. Oh, okay.
How did he let him back up on that one?
Yeah.
Interesting. You catch the kick, get the takedown, land a punch, and then you just let him back up. I'm very confused about that sequence.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh,
big right
that
hand.
was stuck to the guard. Oof.
Kelleher lands a big right hand, but Simone's still standing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's fainting with that front kick. I think he needs to feint with that again, man. He's got to do something to stop Simone from just walking forward and throwing.
Yeah, and I agree with Jay Paul. I agree with your comment here. Simone has gotten caught a couple times, and he's not really respecting Kelleher's power. He's able to walk through it, though, seemingly, right? He's eaten that front kick a couple times. He's eaten the big shots, and maybe he just doesn't feel like it's that strong, but he's got to be careful because otherwise he's running away with this fight if he's just smart. But
yeah, it's not necessarily a game you want to play.
Yeah,
you're just relying on your chin.
Especially a guy that is known for one hit knockouts.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the game you want to play. But good work by Simone to get Kelleher down again and just smothering him against the cage.
Man, obviously, like, cuts are a part of the game, right? But you hate it when they affect the fight so much.
Yeah.
Especially early on.
Let's see here. And if you're just joining us, again, we are at 124 right now in the second round. Ooh, big thigh hit there. I don't know why I said that like it greatly affected the fight, but just looked painful for me.
Seeing as how these two are pressed against the cage right under the Howler Head advertisement, have you guys tried Howler Head yet?
I have not.
I'm not.
Is Howler Head sloppy?
That looks more disappointed in that comment than the Cuban Missile Crisis comments I was trying to make earlier.
That's from Simone.
Oh, Simone ducked under a big right hook from Kelleher.
I have a rebuttal to that, but I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it.
Just leave.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Just leave it. It's probably for the best. Oh man, who do you guys think has got this fight? I mean, let's know in the comments how you think this fight is going. I think I'm gonna give it, providing nothing crazy happens in the last 10 seconds. I think I'm gonna give it 2-0 to Simone. But this round was much closer. I will say that.
Yeah, definitely. We are on the same page there. That's a Ricky Simone round, but much different than the first one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay, Paul agrees with us. Ooh, they're looking at the cut again. But I mean, yeah, Cutman's he did a good job. It doesn't look nearly as bad as it did at the end of the first round.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what I was saying is, like, Simone, like, you obviously see the cut. You see it's in a bad spot, and he really didn't target it.
No.
Didn't target it at all, really, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it seems like that's the first thing you want to target.
Oh,
that was a groin shot to end the round.
I don't think that was that a groin shot, really? It looked like the toes went like right into the abs.
I think the toes hit the abs, but then as it came, like, I think part of the sole of the foot hit off the cup a little bit. I don't think it was a direct shot, but
okay. Sound of violence. I see you. Try it on air, but banana infused liquor. It's almost always awful.
It's banana infused.
I agree.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. No thanks. Pass. I'm not a banana guy, so I'm a pass on that.
The next day. I'm too old to drink shit like that.
Oh,
wow.
Back and forth there. Good combo.
Simone with the combos, man.
We are at 4:30 right now if you're trying to sync up with us in round 3. Kelleher's pressuring him. He's got to think that he's got to need a finish here.
He's cutting the cage off pretty decently.
Oh.
Well, he's hesitated on that leg kick.
Up elbows,
did he just
man.
spam up elbows? Like
he just spammed like 3 up elbows.
Oh, and he falls right into
grab that cage. Yep, just like
that. we're in the third round of Simone versus Kelleher. We have Simone up 2 rounds right now. We are 3 minutes 50.
Oh,
3:50.
There you go.
Yep. So it seems like the pace is slowing a little bit in this round, but a lot of stalling against the fence right now for the past 20 seconds or so.
Definitely seems like Kelleher is in more control too, in terms of, well, not right now because Simone's just reversed it, but Kelleher seems to be pressuring far more in this one when he has the ability to.
Yeah.
I mean, Simone keeps it here. Yeah.
He knows he's up.
Yeah, no urgency on that. Like, why risk it?
Yeah, especially against a guy like Kelleher who has knockout power.
Yeah,
Dangerous striker.
Well,
tries to
tries to
try to pull a
guillotine.
guillotine. Yeah. Oh, big shots.
Yeah, this is kind of how I envisioned the fight going. I just thought this sequence would have started sooner.
Simonderson. I can't even pronounce that.
Simonderson Silva. Simonderson Silva is what he's
Simonderson Silva. There we go.
There you go.
That's what it looked like, honestly. Just spamming them.
And Evan Petlin's got money on Ian Heinisch versus Kelvin Gastelum in the next fight. We'll get to that soon, Evan. We'll talk about where we each feel the fighters have each strengths, whether or not we would want to bet money on Ian. I don't know. That's an interesting conversation. But let me see here. My battery is about to die on my computer, so I'm going to fix
look at this guy. Amateur hour over there.
Yes. Yeah, that definitely didn't happen to me last time.
No, never happened to anyone other than me right now.
You know what? Just for that, you're going to lose some initials, Pat.
Sorry, man. I got like 20. It's cool.
Wow.
You can take them.
Wow.
Samoa.
Elbows against the fence.
Yeah.
He's Kelleher's trying to go for that guillotine. Like, that's just
arm in even. Yeah. Like that's a tough
not gonna work. Yeah.
It's a tough ask with your short arms there, Brian Kelleher.
Kelleher's just trying to change the position, do something to change this up. He's got a minute and 12 left to get a finish, and
doesn't look like from this position he's gonna have that opportunity. So
no.
Yeah, Simone is content with just dropping knees to his butt right now.
Yeah, man. Those do hurt.
Oh yeah,
that happened in sparring. Those hurt much more than they look. Everyone kind of jokes about those. Those hurt though.
Yeah.
Then you sit down and it's like shit. Bruise on.
Yeah, like ass. You can't really move if you've been kneed in the ass repeatedly. Like that's all that muscle back there, man. That helps a lot of your body function properly.
Yeah, there's a reason they do it. It's not just for like, hey, I'm trying to get up on the judge's scorecard. It does do some damage.
I like it. The Poirier tendency.
Would agree. Yeah, Marquez and Kelleher both just spamming guillotines all day. Oh, Simone with a nice
that spinning back fist, so that a mile away, huh?
Yeah. I think
front kick again, man. Simone just eating front kicks from Kelleher is ridiculous. Got 9 seconds left. Another front kick. Man.
Shit, give him one more.
Too little.
Yeah, should have just done that all fight. And that is the end of the fight. I'm assuming it's that round. I don't know how you scored it. I'd still give it to Simone, I guess. I give it 30-27 Simone.
That's exactly. 30-27 Simone. He won every round. Not really close rounds in that fight to me. I mean, the second round was probably the closest round of the fight, but even then, that was still clear for Simone. So, here's what it is.
True.
Simone is a type of guy, though. He can be something at the top of this division here pretty soon. He's a young guy, though. I mean, he's got time.
Yeah, I mean, he was starting to build a name for himself until Faber kind of, knocked him out, which was shocking to say the least, right? Like, Faber landed him right on the button, just ended him. But a lot of people had Simone going into that fight, and his chin seems to hold up in most fights. Like, look at these front kicks to the face from Kelleher that he just walks through.
Yeah,
it's No,
I mean, I remember everybody was talking about Simone beating Faber, and I remember I interviewed Faber on my other podcast before that fight. And he was all nonchalant about it. He was like, everybody's saying he's a beast. Yeah. He's like, I'll fight him. I am also a beast. And of course, Faber went out there and took care of business. But yeah, Ricky Simone is going to be something in this division. Of course, bantamweight is always fire.
Zach Allen asking who's on right now. So we're getting the official decision for Simone and Kelleher. And then next up, we got Ian Heinisch versus Kelvin Gastelum. And Bruce Buffer, Ricky Simone, unanimous decision.
30-27 is across the board. Yeah. I mean, that was one of the easier fights to score of the night. I think.
And I like this Ivan report. I like this matchup making right here. I'd like to see Simone fight the winner of Kenny and Cruz. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'd argue you could give Simone someone higher even, right? Because Cruz is ranked at 11. Is that correct?
Cruz is 11th. Yes.
Yeah. So I'd say you could give Simone someone in the top 10, but I'd also be fine with Kenny and Cruz, that winner fighting Simone as well. If you wanted to give him one more fight before you give him a top 10 for the winner of each of those.
I think it's going to be still jumping too far up in the rankings for him just because he's not ranked right now. So I could see him more likely getting the winner of the Song Yadong and who else? Who was he fighting? Who was Song Yadong fighting?
Kyler Phillips. Phillips.
There you go. I could see him getting the winner of that. So I could see him fighting Song Yadong essentially.
I don't know about that. I think Kyler Phillips is underrated as hell. That dude is crazy good. I've seen him in the LFA fights.
He's good. He's
very,
solid.
very good.
He's solid for sure. But that's how high I am on Song Yadong. I think he's really
fair
good.
Enough. Yeah, Song Yadong
really,
is
really
very,
good.
very good. That's very true. That fight is a fight of the night sleeper for me on 259. Adam Pitzer asking, have you guys talked about potential Jones versus Francis or Jones versus Stipe yet? We haven't talked about it tonight. In videos, I think we've talked about it a little bit, but I don't think we've done a full video on.
It's always come up in conversation. I can think of at least one time talking about those potential matchups, but I mean that'll be a good topic for future more in-depth video. So
yeah, we will get to that in a video for you, Adam. That's what we'll do here. Let's see what Simone's saying in the post fight. Being a little hard on himself, it seems like, but
yeah,
2 wins in 3 weeks. Yeah,
exactly.
That's impressive as hell. It's not quite Chimaev, but it's trying, man. It's trying to be up there, you know.
That deserves a spot on the breakout fighter of the year lists right now. 2 wins in 3 weeks.
It's true, and against solid competition.
Yep, no doubt.
Rogan's talking about if the weight cut hurt. Simone just saying he's tired. He's not sure if the double weight cut affected him or not.
Of course it has to.
Yeah.
I think thing is notable too, like him and Kelleher career bantamweights that have recently decided to test the waters up the scale. So, and Kelleher seems to like it at 145. Just how he feels leading up to a fight. Briggy Simone sounded like he was saying the same thing. So our potential matchmaking probably should factor that in, like whether or not featherweight becomes a more permanent thing for him.
Yeah. Up next, guys, Kelvin Gastelum is back against Ian Heinisch. What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Who's winning? We already saw the comment earlier that one guy bet on Ian. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking out there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I am surprised I haven't put money on Ian. Personally, I think Gastelum's got too many tools, whereas as Ian has knockout power, we've seen that, but
yeah,
he mostly relies on his wrestling, and I think Gastelum can kind of neutralize that. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much the losses are on Gastelum's mind, man. That's got to affect your psyche in some way.
Or a question that maybe we should be asking, like, how much did the Adesanya fight take out of him? Granted, we have other explanations for the performances against Till and Hermanson, but maybe there is a slight decline. And we tend to see that happen with a lot of wars. Like I think about Condit and Lawler. Like those two were never the same after that fight.
True. Yeah,
I'd say that.
Go ahead,
Matt.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was just gonna say to the comment that he's 29, but yeah, he feels like the like how we used to think of like Jose Aldo. It's like, yeah, he's 29, but he's like 43 in fight years. That's the way it feels.
And I will say that Kelvin against Till, right? It wasn't his best work, but he didn't look completely out of there. It was a split decision. It was, and I think, again, with Hermansson, I think he got caught. I think he got caught early. If he hadn't, I would have loved to see how that fight had gone. I'm not sure the Joker would have been able to decision him. I think it was kind of you got caught early. That was it. But we'll see. I mean, it's obviously the comments here are split, so that makes sense. We've got some people saying Ian, some people saying Kelvin. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens, because Kelvin's kind of surprising that way. I would not have thought him to give as tough a test as he did for Adesanya, and then for him to go out and have that war with Adesanya, be really the only one that's rocked Adesanya to the point where even he said he wished he hadn't gone for the takedown in that moment. That's big, right? Like, Adesanya's made people look like chumps, like very good contenders look like chumps, and Gastelum threw down with him for 5 rounds and hurt him. And so I'm not ready to write him off yet. I think this is the big test. I think if Heinisch gets a knockout or is able to out wrestle him or do whatever, I think then Gastelum, I'm with you on the Robbie Lawler Condit comments. But if Gastelum goes out there and what I expect Gastelum to do is really just look dominant here, if that happens, I'm still pretty high on him. I think he just had a rough couple of fights, but
dude, we gotta address, this. His peak was against Izzy, and it all comes back to how much did that fight take out of him. We've seen throughout careers where a single fight will change the course of a career, especially when it's a war like that, right? Right. He's got 6 losses on his record. Half of those losses were split decision losses. So he's a competitive fighter. Obviously, always has been. He wins more than he loses by far. But that type of fight like that, when it's just an absolute war, takes a lot out of you, man. We see it 3 losses in a row after that. Or 2 after that. 3 total losses in a row. It's crazy. I don't know if we'll ever see that. I don't know if we'll ever see that same Kelvin Gastelum again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to to say that we'll see the same Gastelum come back, but at the same time, I need to know for sure that it is decline, before I'm ready to write him off. And I think like Kelvin, when he's doing what Kelvin can do, beats Ian Heinisch 99 times out of 100.
Yeah.
So until I have absolute concrete evidence otherwise, then yeah, I gotta say Gastelum is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. And yeah, if Gastelum had been, let's say Till had just destroyed him, right? Like either clear decision or knocked him out, and then Hermansson, let's say, had beat him for 2 rounds and then landed that submission, then I would be more inclined to believe, okay, Gastelum's on the decline here. It's kind of but yeah, I mean, he hung in there with Till, and Hermansson got that sub quick, and that can happen in fights, right? We've seen that happen where just people get caught. GSP, who a lot of people put as the #1 fighter of all time, got caught. It happens. So I'm not ready to write him off just yet, but we'll see. This should be a good fight either way, because Heinisch is no joke. He is a very good fighter, and he should be able to really, really put Gastelum through a real test here. So
this is the funniest joke of the night right here. This is hilarious.
I almost brought that up because Brian mentioned he moved back to welter. I would argue that peak Kelvin was when he was at welterweight before he missed weight there, because he was basically in line for a title shot, right?
Yeah.
And then he missed weight. Like, I would argue that was peak Kelvin, because had he not missed weight and kept in the 170 division, he's beat Woodley before. And Woodley was champ. I think he could have beat Woodley again. I think he could have held the 170 belt, but
yeah, in a world where he makes weight properly and stuff for that fight, for that Woodley fight, he's the one that beats Woodley. He's the one that gets the title shot, and history is different. Man, I'll tell you this: I've been at a media lunch with him, and that man ain't making welterweight again. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Our place
is-
look the same. Okay, our place look
He
very
is-
similar. I'll put it that way.
he is like the he's like the Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson could easily make 205 if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
He can make 185.
I mean, you know, yeah.
Hey, man. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna stand for this disrespect to Big Country, man. He's,
We got he's
Ian
running
loses-
out to the cage.
This is a great question by
This
Tucker.
is a fantastic question.
Yeah.
Go
If
ahead.
Ian loses, what's next for him? Oof. I don't know. That's a great question. I think you put him against. Honestly, I would love to see him. Well, but Weidman just won. But I would love to see Weidman versus Heinisch. I think that's a great fight. I would have actually preferred to see that as a matchup here. But
Or
yeah,
the loser of him and Hall if they rebook that fight.
yes, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. You are on mute, Matt. So you're just talking. Nobody
My
can hear you.
bad. Sorry about that. No, I was saying that those are a lot of good options. And he would have a lot of good options on the table for him, but I think it depends on how he wins this fight.
Yeah.
More so than anything.
Right.
Because
that's just a tall ask.
Yes.
yeah, it is a tall ask. Because let's look at it. Their
Be
champion,
right back.
their champion right now is about to attempt to be great and move up to 205. So that's going to leave a lot of things up in the air.
Yeah, be quite a vacuum at the division, especially if he wins. He could also lose really bad and just have to sit out for a while or get hurt or something.
Yeah.
And put throw interim belts out there and see what happens. But yeah, if Adesanya finds 205 a little more fun.
Yeah.
Oh wow, let me mute mute fast.
Got ambulance. And that's not to say
hospital. So
well, there you go. And that's not to say that the winner of this fight is going to be in line for a title shot by any means, but they'll definitely be higher up in the rankings for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be a logjam at the top of 185 for a while. It's going to be a mess. Especially if Izzy wins and says, I'm staying up at 205 for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole mess like at 155. Like, what are you doing with your title right now at 185? It's going to be interesting to see.
Although I will say, I think if Izzy moves up, I think Whitaker takes that crown back.
And maybe we get Whitaker versus Gastelum if Gastelum wins. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
I just really want to see that matchup. I know that
Yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah, even with a win, Gastelum shouldn't get a title shot, but
No, he should not.
No, but
Like
that
he's
that was a match.
I want to see him
That-
against Whitaker so bad. But
Yeah.
Let's see. Has he fought? No. So if they don't do the Weidman Hall fight, if Gastelum wins, do him versus Hall.
No.
That's what I would
That's
want
a
to see.
solid one.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, rematch that one.
Because he doesn't have a such a solid thing to where it's like, okay, one win puts you back in the top 5 right now. No, you've lost 3 in a row.
Right.
You've got to fight somebody right next to your ranking where you are right now, I think.
All right, here we go, everybody. Fight's about to start. We'll count you down. See here.
Yeah.
Got the ring girl.
Yeah. We're about to find out if he is this washed at 29.
So
Here we go.
5, 4, 3,
Heinisch is
2,
moving fast, man.
1. Yeah, we're at 452 right now.
It's got some speed on him.
Yeah, Heinisch is coming out aggressive. Oh, immediately goes for a takedown.
Shot for
Gets
takedown.
it.
Gets it, but Gastelum pops right back up. Waist lock for Heinisch.
Turn into it.
Rolls through. And does he get on?
Oh, nice reversal
Nice.
position right there. Nice scramble by Gastelum.
Oh, he's got
Got
a Kimura locked in.
Kimura. He's got a
Does Heinisch-
Kimura.
Oh no.
Oh,
And he's got
man.
the leg traps. This could be really bad for Gastelum.
But Gastelum's he's got
Yeah,
his
he's-
hand up, so
yeah,
he's
he's
keeping his
balancing
body.
Yeah, he's bringing his
Yeah.
body up more to kind of negate the torque.
Yeah. He's still got.
He gets through.
Shook out.
Wow, nice.
Once that leg got free, it was over.
He's got a hook in. He's got the back of Heinisch here. Yeah, man, that was close though.
Kelvin wins by knockout. We'll see. It's a lot of clinch work going on right now.
Yeah,
a whole lot of clinch work. I think both of these guys know that their nights could be cut short if they get touched. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're talking stand-up, you got to imagine that Gastelum feels like he might have some advantage. Even though Heinisch does have some knockouts, he doesn't have that many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gastelum has, even without the his use of weed, he would have had a couple other knockouts.
Yeah. Nice trip there, but
again, it's to the Kimura. That one's deep. That one is super deep.
That is a really deep one.
But I mean, Gastelum's on top of him here, so it's hard to torque it enough.
Gastelum needs to free his own leg, unless he feels he can just power out of this.
I mean, I think he's hoping to power out of it so he can keep mount. Yeah, there you go. He's done that, and so now Gastelum's in the mount. I think that's why he was risking it, is because he didn't want to give up this position, and now Heinisch is in trouble.
Oh, man,
because Gastelum's on top in mount. He is.
He's trying to posture up. Almost got up a little bit there.
Yeah,
we are at 2:30 right now. If you're trying to stick with us, sorry, go ahead.
No, he must have felt that the grip on that wasn't tight, because that was very risky to stay in mount like that. So he must have felt like that grip wasn't tight and he could just get out.
Yeah. Oh, but
almost switched to the
Heinisch uses. Yeah. Ooh. They're backstanding again. Now they're throwing.
Getting aggressive now.
All right, we're about to see some leather start to exchange here, I think.
Yeah. I guess gets that hand speed going, man. It's something crazy to watch.
That's one of my favorite aspects to his game. He's always been real clean in the pocket with his boxing.
Gotta admit though, Heinisch does look good. Ooh, Heinisch looks good on the feet, better than he has in a long time.
And back to the clinch against the fence.
All right, we're at 128 left in the round.
Interesting round to score too. Who do you guys have winning this one right now? This is close to me.
I think it's still up for grabs right now, to be honest. See what happens in those last minute. Kelvin with a little level change takedown, but didn't do much.
Yeah,
he gets the bag
at all. So I think like this control time right here is winning the round for Kelvin. Another big takedown. So there you go.
Yeah, that's Gastelum gets the round based on that. If you needed a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Heinisch right back to his feet though, but he's not breaking that. He's not breaking that wrist lock.
Yeah. Kelvin is still very much in control of the quote unquote exchanges, grappling exchanges. I should
just walk it. Oh, there you go. Oh, breaks it, tries to throw.
There we go.
Hello, Panini Big Boy. Thank you for joining.
Hello. What up? What's happening?
And again, appreciate all of you watching with us.
Absolutely.
We love doing this stuff. Love to hear from you guys. Let us know who do you have winning this round right now? Because this is close. I do have it Gastelum, but very slightly. I could see people arguing for Heinisch based on the Kimura attempts and the fact Gastelum didn't do much with anything on the ground.
Yeah. Man, I
slip on the kick scored, sealed the round for Gastelum for me.
Man, I wish Gastelum was working behind his jab more. Like if he hid behind that jab a little more, I think that would have been a more successful round for him. Although I still call it for him.
That's Gastelum for me. Nothing too significant, like in terms of like danger, really. I mean, obviously, like the Kimura was deep a couple of times, but Kelvin didn't seem too concerned with it. So again, that grip must have been like really slick, like not as strong as it looked on camera.
Yeah, we got Dragonfly Jones leaning Gastelum, close round. Agree with that. Tucker mentioning Ian tired himself out. Yeah, that could be true. We're about to see Ian's gas tank here. Although he does tend to have at least from what we've seen before, he tends to have a pretty steady gas tank. He's not explosive all the time. He's not super fast, but he tends to have some cardio behind. behind his wrestling. Okay. Let's see here. Starting the round off now. We're at 450, round 2. Nice kick by Gastelum.
Oh, nice. Doubled up on that.
I think it's definitely important for Ian to not allow Gastelum to get in his bag on the feet, you know. If he starts getting
nice stuff takedown there. Yeah, I just went for the takedown. Gastelum just stuffed it, kept it standing again. Yeah, this is the type of fight Ian doesn't want. Gastelum in his groove, keeping it standing, having lots of different looks here, stuffing takedowns. This is bad for Ian.
Yeah, you see the hand speed being more prominently displayed now, man. It's a bad look, man. You in front of Gastelum and those hands are moving that fast.
Once Kelvin starts hitting that little shuffle, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Flying
Gastelum
runs through it. Yeah. Oh man.
He ate that knee and then scored that takedown. That was nice.
Yeah,
man.
But that was risky as hell. That could have been night for Gastelum.
It really could have been.
Ian. Yeah, great work by Ian to read it. I mean, that's what you do, right? If some guy walks through that, then the guy walks through it, but you've got to throw that if you're reading it correctly.
My goodness.
Oh, Gastelum on top now doing some work.
Oh, he almost gave up the whole position right there.
Yeah.
Just a sloppy transition right there by Gastelum. It really was.
Yes. Heinisch back to his feet.
Oh, what is DC talking about?
DC's talking about Rogan's house.
Oh my
for some reason.
Why?
That DC Rogan combo, man, they just hang out, dude. That's just what happens. They just straight up hang out, which is, is what it is.
Well, for all you people that miss Buffalo Wild Wings, listen to the commentary.
Clinch breaks here. Back in the center. And Anik bringing the broadcast back on track.
He's the anchor, man. He is the anchor.
I need to hear more Rogan and Cormier real estate tips.
Yeah, Gastelum's doing a great work here, keeping him up against the cage. Just
neutralizing him nicely.
Yeah,
exactly. Kelvin is showing he can literally just control wherever this fight goes. He's like, you want to fight in the center? Okay. I'm better than you here. You want to fight in the clinch? I'm better than you there too.
Ooh.
So Ian has
stays up, but
I couldn't tell, was Gastelum really trying to take him down there, or was it?
I think it was the feint. Like the feint, like kind of prompted him to just engage in it,
Yeah, it's like that. I don't think that was the plan. It's so opportunistic, but not, not something that you really thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
but I mean, again, Ian gave it to him, so he just kind of grabbed on. Now he's just holding the back and throwing little shots and controlling it again.
And it was almost like, before he pushed him up against the fence, that he's thinking like, oh, do I want to take this guy down now? I don't know. And just it's like, all right, well, we'll just stall right here.
Mm-hmm. Got 1 minute left in the second round.
Oh, nice too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the hands moving.
Nice kick by Gastelum. Good head movement by Gastelum too. Yeah,
because that hook was there to be landed.
Yes. Nice jab.
He's looking a little frustrated right now.
Yeah. This has got to be. I mean, if you're Heinisch, this has got to be the nightmare scenario where he's just stuffing you and controlling everything, and you're just kind of like, damn it.
Yeah.
One of the classic examples of fighters who will fight you where you want, surprise you how well he does. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think Ian thought that he was going to get out wrestled here. and that's really what Gastelum's been able to do. He's been able to control the positions and win the scrambles, and that's got to frustrate him all day. Ryan Spark, that's saying, more info about child custody, please. I'm with you, Ryan. That's what I want to hear the broadcasters talk about. And Tucker, are any of the actual 3 commentators on TV or anything, or no? Definitely the best group of commentators I've heard in a while.
Thank you, Tucker.
Oh, thank you, Tucker. We appreciate it. No, we are not on TV other than these live streams, but we might get signed. This could be our audition tape.
We'll be on TV if you cast the video to your TV. We'll be on TV.
There you go. Yeah, if you want to send this.
To be clear, we 2 of us, I think at least 2 of us. I don't know if Pat has. We have had real commentator experience, though.
Oh, that's true. I'm not technically.
I've only done it one time though. I've done it once.
Yeah, I've got 2 under my belt.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Big time.
Leader in the club over here. Get like me.
I mean, I've had my tape recorder and watched some amateur fights and commentated over it like I'm Joe Rogan, man. Like
that's what's up. Got ambition. I like that, kid.
Absolutely. You know what I am trying to do though? I'm trying to get a sponsor so I can, I don't know if you guys saw that Instagram influencers are now SAG eligible.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh, we will get to that in between rounds. We are at 450 right now.
Let's go.
Trying to still flat tummy T. We're at 544 in the 3rd round.
Oh man, they're scrambling here, and I'm with Axe here. Ian needs to bring out his inner dog to win this. I agree. I think he's down 2 rounds. I think it's 2018 Kelvin, and he's really got to find a finish here. Ooh, nice right though.
Yeah, he almost ran right into that right hand.
Up.
Cordero.
Yeah, Cordero is.
All right. He's got him up against the fence again. Gastelum is he's denying Heinisch, trying to turn him around on the fence.
And that's got to be so frustrating for Heinisch to land that takedown, have Gastelum immediately get up and then reverse it and push you on the fence. That's got to. I have sparred very little, but when I've sparred and I've ever had success and it's immediately turned on me, it's one of the most frustrating things. I'm sure you guys have done much more than I have. I'm sure you know that feeling. That
is a terrible feeling.
Yeah. The worst is when you're sparring with the guy who's the get back guy. I hate sparring with the get back guy because generally when you're sparring and when you're doing like 50% sparring, you just want to work on something. But if you land something clean, the get back guy is coming back with at least 80%.
Yeah. Get back guys trying to take your head off. Yeah.
You hit me in spar? Oh, I'm really going to hurt you now.
Yeah.
God. The TJ Dillashaw, as it were. We are at 305 right now. And Gastelum's still controlling this fight. Yeah. I mean,
and he looks
looking in his element.
That uppercut was so smooth.
Yep, I did like that uppercut.
Look to the head kick combo. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, nice one too. Yeah.
Also another I don't have
big right by Heinisch, but nothing.
But Gastelum's arms look so much longer than they should. When he unravels those punches and they're flying at you, Jesus.
Big takedown by Gastelum right there.
That was huge.
Yeah. Again, walks through a second flying knee and then slams Heinisch down. There is nothing more frustrating than that. But nice reversal by Heinisch. Holy crap, and he's got the back. Wow.
That was a hell of a rollout to take Gastelum's back. Oh my God.
Massive work. Wow. And Heinisch, 2 minutes left, a little over 2 minutes left, and Heinisch has the back and hooks in. Gastelum's got to survive this.
Man, that's about a turn of fortune.
Yeah. Gastelum, I think, is comfortable as he can be here. He's not panicking.
Yeah, he's okay. And Heinisch isn't really going through any submissions, just kind of throwing some things, but he's...
Kelvin is the tallest short man.
That's true. Oh, and now
somehow it makes sense. Somehow it makes sense.
Nice scramble there by Kelvin, though.
He's getting too high.
Yeah, and Kelvin now is in good position and takes the top.
Yeah, back to guard.
Yeah, Oh, that was Heinisch's big moment. He blew that one, and now Kelvin's on top, got control.
All right.
But I will say this is the best version of Ian Heinisch I think we've seen. Oh, look at that roll! Nice attempt.
He's trying everything at this point, though. Like that roll was a desperation sort of thing, where it's like, I know I'm out. We just lost Ant Walker on video.
We did. It's just gone. But I mean, even if you compare,
we lost him all the way.
if you compare Heinisch's early fights, right? Like he didn't look this clean at all. Like he looks much more explosive. He's doing much better in the scrambles.
Yeah, he is. But again, he's just in there with a guy, like as was said earlier, who was sneakily better than you everywhere.
Yes.
Like everything about this says he's more worn out. Everything's more labored from Heinisch. Gastelum looks ready, man. Of course, Gastelum's had 5-round wars, so this is like he's just getting warmed up.
Yes.
Good takedown from Heinisch right there, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, good way to try and end this, but 10 seconds, you're not going to have a lot of time to do anything here. And Gastelum gets up and gets through there, and ends with a takedown and a couple of big shots. Yeah,
that was a great win for Gastelum. Yeah. I had that 30-27. I don't know what you guys scored it, but I think Gastelum won every round of that fight.
I would agree. I think Gastelum took that win easy. You could I could see the argument to give Heinisch that last round and make it a 29-28, but Gastelum should take the win here. I still think best performance we've seen out of Heinisch, even in a losing effort. Just great timing, much more explosive than normal. I mean, I forget who it was. I think it was Cesar Ferreira, one of his first like split decision or decision wins, when like he was kind of muddying and used his wrestling, but was sloppy or all this stuff. This is a very crisp, clean Ian Heinisch.
See, that knee didn't hit though. That second one.
That's true. That second one did not hit. You're right.
That was.
But he had the timing right, at least, right? He missed with it, but.
Listen, I'm not going to disparage the guy for trying to win the fight, because that's what that was. He was trying to land a knockout shot. I'd love to see the effort, but man, again, like I said a second ago, Kelvin Gastelum is used to 5-round fights, and this is where he's just usually getting warmed up in the third. So,
And let's go. Thomas saying Kelvin won. Let's see if that's what actually happened here. Bruce about to announce the official decision. (130-27), 229-28.
I mean, this is what I don't understand. When you hear Bruce Buffer starting to read the scores, and you lost at least one round. You lost at least one. And the very first score he reads off is 30-27. You still put your hand up. Like, no. Once that 30-27 is read, it's over.
I will say it depends on what his corner did say there, right? Because like those, even round one, I would say, like, if I went back, even if I thought that I lost that round, but then my corner thought, oh, well, maybe we run that round. It wasn't such a blowout that if your corner told you the wrong thing, you might think you pulled it off. But yeah. Or you might think that, again, if you had 29-28s on the other two and then 130-27, you might just think one judge is garbage, which happens all the time. So.
Yeah. No, listen, that was a good win for Kelvin to do what he needs to do, get back in the win column. And now it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him next, man.
Yeah.
Looking at some comments here. Mark Smith, most underrated referee in MMA. Yeah. I agree with that. He really is solid. I can't recall a glaring thing where it was like Twitter was like outraged, like Mark Smith is trash. Sort of.
Yeah, he's one of the better referees, I would say. He hasn't had any real controversy to his name, which is good. I feel like a lot of hardcores might not even like know his name, and that's usually the sign of a good referee, because that means you're not involved in any press, any scandal, anything like that. So,
No, yeah, for sure. So Heinisch is now 1-3 in his last 4. Well, that's simple facts, right? My thing is, though, he's still, what is he? He's now 500 in the UFC. He's a contender series guy. I think he's going to at least get another shot. He just lost to Kelvin Gastelum. There's nothing wrong with losing to Gastelum, right?
And when was his win again? Is that 2 fights ago? Or no, 1 fight ago, right? Didn't he knock out?
Knocked out Mearshart. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I definitely would agree with that, especially given, that dude's life story is insane and has been a huge. It is a gold mine for the UFC if Heinisch ever ends up getting on a run and goes for a title belt. Like that is the type of once in a lifetime story you can market and push everywhere. If you haven't read his story, he did it for the Players Tribune. Called "Have you ever been to Rikers?" And he talks about his life. His life is insanity. So I definitely think that given his marketability and the fact he did lose to Kelvin Gastelum, but he put up a good fight and he just had that big knockout over Mearshart, I definitely think he gets another shot, if not 2, honestly.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. And let's see what else we got here. We got Gastelum versus the Holland-Brunson winner. Ooh. Maybe. I don't know. That's tough. I could see that. I mean, Holland is at what, 10, I think, and Brunson's at 6, if I remember off the top of my head.
No, I like that. Because I was saying before the fight, if Uriah Hall and Weidman doesn't get rebooked, then I say he should fight Hall. So that's still right there, fighting the number 7 guy right now. Yeah, that's a good matchup, I think. I like that.
Yeah. And yeah, Thomas Music brought it up. Dominic Cruz made sure that we know Keith Peterson. You are correct. Anybody that didn't know Keith Peterson definitely knew him after Dominic Cruz's fight against Henry Cejudo. I'm in report with Heinisch versus Shabazian should be next. I do like that matchup a lot. I think that's solid, especially given Shabazian's last outing. No, you don't like it?
No, I'm not mad at it. But actually, yes, I am mad at it. I am. I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it.
Who would you have?
So Heinisch fight? Heinisch is 15th, and he just lost. Albeit he did lose to a former title challenger, Kelvin Gastelum. Mm-hmm. Right?
But isn't Shabazian at like
Shabazian is ranked 12th. So I mean, how do you get to punch up when you lose? I don't get that. I think you should fight someone just outside of the top 15 to go ahead and prove because you're like I said, you're a 500 fighter. You got to prove you belong in the top 15. So you got to beat somebody knocking on that door. I don't have that name readily available right now, but somebody like that.
I mean, that's the thing is at middleweight, again, we've had this conversation a little bit in terms of it's not as deep as a lot of the other divisions. If you look past the top 15, there's not a lot of good contenders out there that are up and coming. And it's like, oh, okay. Like I could see, you want to do Heinisch versus Souza. I mean, we have Heinisch versus Weidman here, which if Weidman and Hall doesn't get rebooked, I guess no, because Weidman's coming off of a win, but I do want to see that matchup. But yeah, I'm gonna report Heinisch versus Brendan Allen. That's a good one. And I do really like. There's Alicio De Chirico. Or no, yeah, no, he's fighting at welterweight, isn't he? He's not at middleweight.
I'm trying to find a more robust list of rankings right now. Let's see. Here we go.
I like Heinisch versus Souza, frankly, if Souza's going to keep fighting. I hope Jacare hangs him up, but if he doesn't, I think that's a solid fight. But
what?
Go ahead.
Think I got it. Just looking at the full rankings there here on Tapology. A good place for Ian Heinisch to prove himself. Sean Strickland.
Ooh, that is a good matchup. I like that matchup a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Or if you want to give him a guy also coming off of a loss, Brendan Allen.
Yep, that's what I've been reported mentioned, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
What up? There you are. Welcome back to the stream, sir.
The other side of the room, but there's that.
Hey man,
Listen.
it happens.
Listen. Okay, so check it out. We got the co-main coming up. Maycee Barber, Alexa Grasso.
Yeah. I
believe I have Grasso with. Call back to earlier in the evening. No,
no, you have Barber. You
officially I have Barber. Officially on our prediction
You still
sheet.
flip-flopping on your picks?
What?
You still flip-flopping on your picks?
It is what it is. I'm like a politician, I'm like a US politician. I flip-flop. Yeah, no, I think this is gonna be a close fight. I like I said, I put Barber on our official picks, but if Alexa Grasso wins, I will not be surprised. And I think the betting line kind of is in line with that, as it's damn near an even money fight.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a close fight here. I have Barber, but not by that much. Les Cadeau asking, how did this make co-main? I mean, we had a lot of fights drop up.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically how it had a ton of fights drop out, man. I agreed. Agreed, though. That's co-main. It's not what you would expect off of a pay-per-view with such a big welterweight matchup, but
I don't think they're not going to be the main draw on the poster for sure. So hey, it is what it is, man. Like, the next card is dumb stacked. So that's
yes.
And the card we had last week, pretty damn stacked. So
I tell you what, if we had to sit through this hadn't been a bad night at all. It's been entertaining fights.
No.
But if we had to sacrifice a relatively boring name value card, excitement value card coming in to what we get at the next pay-per-view, I'd do it every other month.
Yeah.
Tell me,
and I will say,
stack card all the way through next time out. Sure, give me a shitty pay-per-view in between.
This shouldn't be a pay-per-view though. Like,
true. True.
But I will tell you, I'm expecting. I called it on the Fight Business podcast. I'm going with 500K buys for this. I really am.
500 for this one?
Like how?
It's dude. It's based on Dr. Paul Gift's study on fighter marginal revenue product. If you haven't read my article on it, it's on the Body Lock.
It's all about the main event. I get you.
Yeah, it's all about the main event. And if you look at the social media, right, the embedded episodes have been way higher than they should have been given this card. That doesn't always translate to buys. I will say that. But Usman, I think, gets that rub that Masvidal had, because Masvidal got the rub from Diaz. Estimates were 1.3 million, which I don't know about that, but I think it was in the higher end. I think it probably cleared a mil, and I think Usman got the rub there. So I expect Usman to at least draw half of that fight.
Well,
if because
Usman,
people are tuning.
I'm sorry. If Usman knocked out Masvidal, then I think he would have the rub. But I think that fight kind of hurt his popularity more than a win would. I mean, a win a different way would have. Like, it hurt him. He probably could have lost, got knocked out by Jorge and retained more popularity because he stood and banged or whatever the case would be. I'd be very surprised if this got to 500. Very surprised.
Well, I mean, me and Sound of Violence, Paul Gift's revenue models, gang. That's right. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a bold
game to be part of.
It's a bold claim, I know, but it's.
Listen, I for one hope, since I am such a huge fan of Kamaru Usman, that this somehow miraculously does 2 million views, even though I know that's not anywhere near reality.
There's
just
no
saying,
way. Yeah,
I would love for that to be a possibility. I hope. At the end of the day, I hope it just exceeds whatever the UFC was expecting. I'll just put it that way. That way, they will put Kamaru in other big prominent, things like whenever all this shit opens back up and they do a UFC in I don't know. Frick, I was about to say New York. They need to go ahead and stop fucking around and go ahead and do a UFC Africa card while you got African champions.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
If Ngannou wins the rematch, they're definitely going to Africa.
Yeah. And what I will say right before the fight gets started, because Bruce is introducing our fighters right now, I will say that as boring as that performance was, my counter argument to that is Holly Holm. She has consistently broken ratings viewing records since knocking out Rousey. And it makes no sense. And I think that
it makes a lot of sense to me.
Even
to counter your counter argument, sir, it makes a lot of sense to me. She's not a bad looking blonde, fair skinned lady who knocked out the biggest superstar in the sport at the time with a brutal head kick. So yeah.
But by the seventh time she's headlined,
I see why she continues to sell tickets.
I guess, man. All right. I guess, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the estimates say.
Idiots going around, 30% Usman. Ooh. Still see that bullshit.
30% Usman, man. Still very good. Still beat Emil Meek. 30% Usman did. Hit 5.
Now, second, we try to troubleshoot this.
My goodness.
All right, we are about to.
It would be too ill. It would.
We are about to start the fight here. Fight's getting started. I'll cut down. Well, I'm just going to give you the number. We are at 4:54, round 1.
Yep. There we go. All right. Just they're in space. There we go. Low kick missing from Grasso.
Yeah, feeling each other out right now.
Barber is doing a good job at punching the air right now.
DC saying as long as they're standing, Grasso holds the advantage. I don't know that that's true. We'll see, though.
Yeah, I think Barber's definitely got more power.
Yes.
Grasso's got better technique.
Well, my my stream just went to hell, so
all
right, well,
I'm trying to fix it now.
All right, well, we'll keep you posted. Listen to our beautiful voices.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the commentary track here.
Yeah.
All right, so Grasso's got Barber up against the cage right now.
Yeah, just some high pressure against the fence. Trying to work in some knees against the legs there, but so DC's talking about Grasso looking really strong, but she still looks small compared to Barber.
Yeah. I don't know what DC's talking about. Like Barber looks bigger than Grasso. So, and don't forget, Barber fought at 115, which is bonkers to me.
Yeah,
because I don't know how she made that weight cut. There's a reason why she moved up.
No, for sure.
We'll see how this goes. And I mean, the one X factor I really think that's going to affect Barber here more than anything else is that after having that ACL torn and being out for so long, come back from that type of injury, it's never easy.
That was the most telegraphed takedown attempt I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't even a takedown to clinch. It was just like a charge forward to clinch.
Yeah.
And Grasso just kind of let it happen. That was weird.
That was very interesting. And Barber's still got the position here while Grasso just kind of peppers her with small shots, but
sounds like a great fight. I wish I could watch it.
It's
knees of the body, yeah. But Grasso reverses it. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of position changing right now. Like it's still anybody's round. We're at 208. I still feel like it's very much anybody's round based on the way they've changed position, and neither of us really landed the offense that they want to here.
Yeah, just a lot of jockeying for position against the fence, switching positions, Grasso pressure, and then switch it. And
now Barber's got her against the fence. Yeah, it's just switching position and throwing small strikes.
Yeah, just keep trading like these little short knees to the body, knees to the legs.
Oh, there it is. Another position change. Grasso changes up.
And for anybody that's like trained, like this shit is grueling. Like it doesn't look like it is, but this shit is tiring.
Yes. This works the cardio.
Extra. DC's the worst fighter tonight. See, I think DC is actually really good when he just focuses on doing that analysis. You know, sometimes he'll try to just joke too much. Hard right hand.
Big shot by, yeah. I will say that DC and Rogan, it's DC's commentary noticeably declines for me when he's paired with Rogan.
Yeah,
I will say that because he definitely like hangs out and he's friends with Rogan. It's a different mindset than him and other booth comparisons. So
see, I think with that little combination Barber landed a second ago is giving her the leg up on the round.
Yeah. Oh, big shot.
Hard right hand. Oh,
he's controlling it, but Grasso's getting some good. Yeah.
Grasso peppered back with a quick 1-2 right there at the end of that.
Yeah, it's a hard round to score. This is I don't know who you give this to right now. I mean, maybe I would say Grasso, maybe, but I could see judges thinking it's Barber depending on where they're sitting.
Wow, this is a very tight round.
Yes. Sound of Violence mentioning
Hoo-wee. I think Mason can keep up this pace. Maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, yeah, she looks tired already a little bit. I will say that.
I'm going to go with Grasso, I think, on my official score here.
And Adam disagrees with Cruz. DC lends some good wrestling takes. I do agree with that. And Cruz does, I think, infuriate me the most in terms of he misses things in analysis and when he's calling commentary multiple times. Like he'll see like big right hand and it's like a left. Or he'll say like, oh, a big like he has mistakes. He's gotten much better, and I think he'll continue to be better, and he's fine. But the amount of mistakes I can point out from a Cruz commentary booth is kind of noticeable compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a close round. Yeah, I have it 10-9 Grasso, but I wouldn't be shocked if at least one judge gave Maycee.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this is like... Obviously, we'll see what happens in this round, but that's one of those split rounds where it goes either way, and you'd be okay with it.
And again, doing the shadowing of judges that I've done, I guarantee you what's going to really affect that score in that type of round is which judges were sitting where during the clinch attempts. Because it will make a very big difference if they were right up in front of them or if they were on the other side of the octagon in some of those attempts.
No, yeah, that's such an underrated point that a lot of people don't realize because, you know, when we cover events and, you know, we're sitting there cage side, we have the advantage of doing what referees are not supposed to do. And that's look up at the big ass screens all over the arena when like they get behind a pillar and you can't really see what's going on. So that's a good point.
Yeah. I'm just going to agree with Matt, although I don't know what was being said at first. So.
Yeah, you know what it is. I mean, I always have good points. Pat has good points occasionally.
Yeah, Matt was actually praising one of my points, which was
oh, that's unusual.
Yeah, exactly.
You can say that all you want. All right, I just had stream. Our stream did kind of glitch there for a little bit, so we're at 408. We will try and go live here. And
connection issues.
Catch up. But we're at.
My computer just
did
some stupidity, so I guess McAfee was going to do a virus scan, and it just
nice.
Like the extra memory just started making my computer go haywire, so I had to restart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're now at 340 exactly right now.
So yeah, again,
what the hell are
so
they
far,
talking about?
Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Wow.
Grasso big shot by Grasso.
Grasso just gave us a nasty right hook.
Yeah.
That was a sauce.
Barber's scrambling.
Right now.
But Barber's keeping it. Now it's got control against the fence.
Yeah, see, like that's where you see how much bigger Barber is, man. She's got a wider upper body than Grasso does. Grasso's really slim. Like her shoulder, she doesn't have wide shoulders at all.
Yeah, and Barber's got really thick legs too. So it's a lot of power behind that.
Yep.
And Barber still doesn't look 100% here. She's still going for the clinch. Still looks a little out of it. Grasso doing good work. Oh, Oh,
I think
big elbow.
Barber's realized like she's got to keep this in the clinch.
Yeah. And she's got to do more. She's got to get a takedown, do something here. Because right now, with these switching positions, Grasso's going to take the round easy with that big shot. 2:30 left, round 2. Ooh.
It's a really sneaky knee.
Yeah. But again, lots of just changing positions, lots of break now. We're at 2:08.
Yeah, see what Grasso does with the extra space now.
Yeah. And Barber's looking for it now, trying to make up. Oh, big shot by Barber.
She threw nice counter and rolling out there by Grasso.
Yes.
Yep. That's the difference in this fight right now.
Yep.
It's the difference in this fight. If Grasso can keep it in space, she will win. But Barber, she just keeps. If she's able to keep this, against the fence and pressure and win some control time. But I still think she has a lot of work to do in this last minute and a half to win this round.
Yeah. She's got to do more than Barber really needs to do something here to take the round. Otherwise, she could be down 2-0. Oh, big kick, though.
Nice.
Oh, and Grasso falls down.
Wow.
This is big for her.
Did she catch the kick?
She can...
It was kind of like she tripped into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like Grasso tripped rather, and just falls into an arm.
Wow,
just
like
fell
right
there.
Into that.
Yeah, just
wow. Oh wow,
Barber
that was good. That was good. Using that to a sweep to get up, because that was such a wild snatch. It wasn't likely she was going to finish it there. So good, she didn't sell out that position.
But just terrible for Barber, who needed to end the round on top to try and take it, and now Grasso's just kind of holding this. I mean, unless Barber can get to it. Oh, yeah, bad move by.
They're going.
Barber.
She kind of turned into like a bulldog choke almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Now it's rear naked.
Now it's near.
Now it's RNC.
Yeah, Barber's just doing all the wrong things here.
Wow.
Yeah. And Grasso doing great work. Barber just really messing up.
Yeah, this is not what we thought was going to happen at all.
No. And that's the thing with Grasso on the ground. Barber should have just gave her some space and then came down and tried to find a position to ending up on top. Now that's to me that's 2018.
Oh yeah.
That's wow.
That was an incredible little scramble right there. Bam! Nice straight left on their slow-mo replay.
I'm there with Adam. Needed to kick out of that back take. That's right. Needed to do a kick out because that's not going to do it. And if we are a little bit behind, we do apologize. We did have some stream issues there, but we are in between rounds right now. We've sped it up. We'll let you know. Hyman report agreed. Grasso does look better at 125.
Yeah.
I'll count down round 3 here.
Yeah. Get on the same page with a sync up, people. Don't be ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are at 4:54 of round 3. And Barber's got to get a finish here. She's just shadow boxing.
Why is Barber just throwing combinations like that? Like this.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Doing shadow boxing in the middle of a fight. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barber's got to do something here, though.
This is like Grasso's kind of just trying to run down the clock right now.
Yeah.
She's not engaging.
Nothing's really happening. They're just, there's and her corner, as DC mentioned, Barber's corner told her, like, you've done amazing things in the gym. You need to do something amazing now. They are assuming she's down 2 rounds. Barber needs to be way more aggressive here. I don't know what she's thinking.
There she goes. She's starting to charge for a little bit. Not landing much, but that was a whole minute and a half, though.
Yeah.
Like she just didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, you can't do that. You can't just sit there and waste.
Grasso's got the clinch. Double unders. Throwing those knees
thanks
to
so
the
much
bottom.
for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it. If you haven't liked and subscribed the video, please do. Let us know how you're feeling about this fight, who you have winning. See what video content you want us to release throughout the week, because we're all about taking requests. Also, get ready for that main event. The main event should be amazing coming up here shortly, but we're going to take you through the rest of this fight, and then we'll start talking about Kamaru versus Burns, which is why we're all here, frankly. So Barber gets the takedown on Grasso. We're at 2:51 of round 3, so this is Barber's chance. She's got to do something here. She's got to get a finish. Big shot.
Huge right hand on the way down.
And this is where she excels, is on that ground and pound. Oh, nice knees.
Nasty knee.
All right. She's starting to hit her grunts, her key eyes that she's throwing.
Big hands, but she's got to do more here. Grasso doing a good job getting out of the... big shots.
Okay.
Grasso just can't run. She's got to stand her ground at least somewhat.
Barber's making it a dogfight, and that's what I love to see right now.
Yeah.
But Grasso's got to be smart because she's up 2 rounds. Don't engage in this, and that's why she clinched back up.
I think she has to engage somewhat. Like, you can't just literally run away the entire round. Because you're going to run out of room.
Big shots here.
Yeah, Barber's really trying to make it happen.
Wow. He's trying to end this one.
Big left hand by Barber. I mean, this is the thing, too, where I don't know why she's going for a clinch there. That was a mistake.
Reversed.
Yeah. Big mistake by Barber there. And Barber's striking is so wild. If it was crisper, this fight might be done. But she's just wild woman in there, just swinging.
Yeah. We are at 130. Some people are trying to sync up. 128.7. Sorry. Gets a little wild. With, the little sudden pauses and streams and stuff like that every now and again.
Man, good knees here. This is all Barber's round, but she's got to do something big here just in case. Oof. Barber really wants to get, I feel like Barber really wants to get that ground and pound finish that she's known for, right?
I think so.
Nice short elbow there by Barber.
And that's the mistake here.
Stubborn about getting to the floor. She is not giving that one up.
Yeah. I think that's Barber's mistake here, is rather than going for ground and pound, just keep throwing big shots, like clinching up like she did. You're not going to get Grasso and hold her down there. You've already tried for 15 minutes. It's not happening. Got 38 seconds left.
Got to break the clinch and just start swinging. That's what she's got to do right now. And
Grasso's just holding it there. Grasso, I will say, this is a super dangerous plan by Grasso to just kind of like
hang out there in clinch range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all she's doing is running away now. She's pretty much tried to coast this entire round. Oh, nice counter by Grasso.
Very nice counter. Not enough to take the round back. But
what was that?
Whoa.
Flying kick way off. Oh, nice takedown by Barber, but not enough. 5 seconds left.
That was the slowest wheel kick attempt I've
and she was far away. She was far away.
Yep. We'll see. What it's going to come down to round 1, I think. I believe Grasso is going to win this by split decision, or at least 29-28. But
29-28 Grasso for me.
Exactly. This would have been a completely different fight if he came out like that.
Exactly. And Adam Pitzer, our ESPN pay-per-view streams are in sync, dog. All of ours, that's how it goes. That's right. No, Dana, we're not illegally streaming. There you go, right here, proof. Get out of here, Dana. I know you're in the comments. I know you're trying.
Hey, what's that van across the street? It's been there for a few days now. Huh.
No idea. Yeah, what was that kick, Axe? That was terrible. A slow, like way far away spinning kick. She just wanted to show people, like, hey, guess what I could do? I don't know what she was thinking there.
And to be that far away also, like you weren't actually in range of touching her. So it's just like what that was just bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she thought that she was gonna like close the distance, coming in that direction, but she didn't. So look real silly.
Yeah.
Props to the new ticker. I think that's producer Jake. Producer Jake, is that you? Give a sign. Did you get a ticker at the bottom or no? Yeah. Hey, there we go.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
I like it. Look at that.
All
Getting
right.
fancy. See, as we continue to do these, the graphics are just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, like the broadcast is evolving as you watch. This is top-notch entertainment, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
And you guys are here from the beginning to see it jump off. So shout out to you guys.
And if you want to see more of these graphic changes on the fly, follow us at The Body Lock. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell that friend to tell 10 more friends.
All right, here's the official decision. Sorry, official decision. Let's see. All three, 29-28. Alexa Grasso.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's right. That's the right call. I would agree with that.
Definitely. Now, what do you do with the Maycee Barber hype train now? How that is off the rails completely at this point?
I think it's gone. I think the hype train is derailed completely at this point. That's too. Yeah.
She got outboxed, then out grappled by a boxer.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't a whole lot there. Well, I mean, when she turned it into a brawl for that brief period in the final round, like there was a lot there, but that's not a sustainable way to go about this. Like, she started off every fight like that. That was a desperation move when she was behind. But oh man, yes, be afraid. Be afraid if that van is out there. Flowers by Irene. Be afraid.
Yeah, Flowers by Irene is not. And yeah, I mean, I agree with the earlier comment that had Barber stopped clinching and been that aggressive the whole time, even in one more round, I think she would have taken that win, right? Like, I mean, round one was close. She just needed to do a little bit more. I think Barber could have had it, but Grasso also, third round, definitely put it on autopilot, where she was much more involved in round 1 and 2. So be interesting to see if Barber had gone wild in round 1, what would have happened. But
yes, man, that was a solid fight, man. I was wrong about earlier saying I didn't expect this. I said that I did not expect this to be the most exciting fight of the night, but that was a pretty damn good fight.
That was a very good fight. Yeah.
So congrats to those ladies.
Definitely. Main event pick 'em. Let's hear them, boys. We will get that in 1 second, Javon. One second, indeed. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. You guys can translate the post-fight show, but I'll be right back.
Good luck to you, Pat.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, definitely. It's kind of crazy how that fight played out the exact opposite of the way you'd expect it to. For Grasso to secure the win, she had to invite the clinch. She had to slow the pace down. But for Barber, like, Barber's only successful moments in that were by striking, were by standing there and trading shots and striking with the striker. So
yeah. Let's see. No, wait, that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted.
I mean, good comment. Yeah,
we'll get back to that in a second. Yes, Grasso's hand looked good, but I didn't like how she took the third round off. Yeah, man. Yeah. She kind of coasted there early in that third. But again, I think that was just because she felt she was up 2, trying to see what Maycee was going to come and do. I think anticipating her to do what she did later in the round, just go berserk. So I think she was just kind of standing there waiting for her to just charge forward, maybe catch her with a nice clean counter or something.
And she caught her with a really nice counter on that. Like, it would have played out perfectly if she just had like just a little more into that. And if it was time just slightly different, she would have floored her with that right hand that she threw as a counter. But still, once again, not the most reliable strategy to lean on.
Yeah.
But you got it. It makes sense to see a fighter coast in that last round. Show money, win money. You can mitigate the risk and make sure you get that extra paycheck. It's like, or you can be exciting and show up for the fans and potentially get paid half.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, Alexa Grasso just wrapped up her interview, just thanking her team. Pretty generic stuff. Obviously, very happy about the win. I didn't catch a call out there. but I think she was just talking about just wanting to be in that position and keep climbing the ladder. So good on her, man. That was a good performance by her. Yes, let's address this one right as Pat gets back. Pat, are you there? Are you there, Pat?
Yes, I'm here.
Loaded topic right here. We could actually do a separate video just on this question alone, or this statement alone, because this is so true. They'll get these fighters coming up that they have, handpicked as the next star, and then they will rush them up the ladder. Sometimes that works, but more often than not, it does not. I mean, you think about the biggest one, the one where obviously that kind of worked out was with Conor. And even with Conor, people thought they brought Conor along too slow. Like, to this day, people still criticize the Dennis Seaver matchup before getting the title shot,
Mm-hmm.
But more often than not, the Sages and Pages of the world, didn't work out too well for them.
It's almost like Endeavor, I think, is more so to blame for this. It's like, since they've taken over, there hasn't been, the slow approach to building a fighter. It's been like this cookie cutter attempt to create a star. Like, Conor was brought along at a decent pace. John Jones was brought along at a decent pace, even if they did get accelerated at a couple of different points. We didn't see that with Sage or Paige Van Zandt. They haven't seen that with Barber. Like, the people that the promotion has pointed at way ahead of time and said, "Oh, we're going to make this person a star." Chase Hooper, another example too.
Yes, but I don't think it's as Endeavor as much as the UFC is trying to fill a void. Like, when it comes down to it, they have always had some superstar. Ronda was the first really big one that broke that mold. But before that, they always had at least one or two big superstars that they could rely on to fight regularly. And McGregor kind of stepping out of the limelight, or rather, into a different limelight when he went to go fight Mayweather, and then taking his time, not fighting regularly. You've got to imagine that there was this gap in time from about after 2017 to 2018, before he came back and fought Habib, where you didn't have a superstar, so to speak, to fill the void like you normally do. Because Ronda had retired after losing to Nunes, and then
Jones was in trouble all the time, and
Jones was in trouble, and so if you look at it, they've done this before and it's worked out for him. Cody Garbrandt originally, if you want to talk about a rushed fighter, that dude just got slingshotted.
But that's the difference between the UFC then and the UFC now. Like, we're at a breakneck pace with these events, and it needs so many bodies. You don't have time to build up people, really. You just have to, you just throw them in there and throw them in there and throw them in there. And we saw around that time, once Endeavor bought out the UFC, like, the number of events started picking up at this rapid pace, and now we're like nonstop. Like, there's always a fight going on, and it's loaded up with 13 bouts pre-COVID, and man. So I definitely think that has a factor in it too, that you don't have the opportunity to build people up because the schedule just churns and burns people so much.
Right, and I will say what it is it's not necessarily, because I don't think Endeavor is calling those shots at all. What it is the debt they incurred when Endeavor bought them. Because the amount, like, how few people realize how badly debt leveraged the UFC and Endeavor especially is. Endeavor is a crazy debt leveraged entity, that the fact that the pandemic happened and they are still standing is a big testament to them, because they've had 2 massive layoffs. They've had a whole bunch of issues. The UFC, who has been notoriously profitable, has had their credit downgraded multiple times. They are in a very bad spot. And so they're looking for that next big superstar. And that's why they're rushing these people through. It is because Endeavor bought the promotion, but it's not that Endeavor directed this. It's that when they bought the promotion, they debt levered it so high, because the truth is the UFC is probably going to do an IPO, I would say, this year. I'm going to guess September, and it's going to go public.
Really?
Because
wow.
that's
really
if you look at
Body Luck exclusive.
Bodylock exclusive. If you look at Endeavor's S Corp filing when they were going to go public and then they pulled it, they mentioned the UFC going public something like as a separate company, something like 130 times. And they specifically say there are time gates to when first you have to have multiple owners say, yes, we want to do a UFC IPO. Then after 2 years, then it only becomes the majority owner. Then after another 2 years, then it only becomes any one of the big owners, which is KKR, Silver Lake, or Endeavor. That time gate hits August 2021. So if any one of those guys, which I'm assuming KKR probably will, if any one of those guys say, yeah, we want to go ahead and do a UFC IPO because it makes sense to do it, they're going to go ahead and do it. So I think, again, it comes down to a lot of behind the scene things. We've got some articles up on the Body Lock if you want to dive into this further. I don't want to hijack the stream, but it's their debt leverage so that they could do an IPO so that then they could sell their stock for a bunch of money and then let other people run the company. It's the classic like startup, like, hey, it's what WeWork did. Like that company was never profitable. They pumped it up into this giant thing. They debt levered it like nobody's business. And then their IPO ended up falling apart, but the creator got what? Like the creator of WeWork got something like $1 billion or something crazy to walk away. That's the tried and true mentality. But we are now during the Burns walkout. Sorry.
You're watching the UFC 258 fight companion. Come for the fights, stay for the education. Like, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that friend to tell 10 more friends. This message brought to you by the Body Lock.
Yes, and stream hijack apology. I apologize on that. We'll talk about that more hopefully in September because I really think that's when it's going to happen. So. Mm-hmm. With that in mind,
my son is waking up in the monitor right now. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, that's happening. I'm going to get to you guys' comments. So we've got who you guys got for let's see, for the main event. So I have Usman. We've got a couple here that say Usman ground and pound round 4. Take it. I could see that. I think Usman's going to. I think Burns is resilient enough. He's going to survive this, but I think Usman's going to take him down at will. I mean, Burns' takedown defense is 50%, and when he's on his back foot, he looks bad. And I think Usman's going to pressure him, throw some strikes to kind of keep him on his feet, feint the takedowns, and then time him. And I think this is going to be an easy decision for Kamaru Usman. I don't know if it's going to look pretty, but decision Kamaru Usman is what I'm going to go with. Although Tucker disagrees, that's fight of the year contender. So what do you guys think?
That's interesting.
I would love to see a fight of the year contender. There are some interesting things about their style that makes me think this could turn into a war. But I'm just going to go with the smart money here, and that's Usman dominating. I think he dominates the clinch. I think he drags it down, he holds it down, and he beats up Burns. And it's a matter of whether or not he wants the finish or not. Late TKO or dominant decision for Usman.
Interesting. I say that, as I said earlier in our preview show, I think Usman will get it done. I think it'll be a little bit different than what we're normally seeing early in the fight. And as it progresses, him start to lean on that wrestling more and more when the threat of jiu-jitsu from Burns is lessened. So I expect to see more stand up in the first round or two. And as it goes on, him leaning on that wrestling. But I think it'll be a good fight, man. I think it'll be good. I think it will be the reason why we're all here. So hopefully it lives up.
And it looks like we're splitting the comments here. We've got a couple people saying Burns is going to take it. We got Burns by Gogo Plata. That's a bold claim, Dragonfly Jones. If that happens, you're getting a big shout out because that would be crazy. Les, I'm not sure what you mean by Brazilian enough. Is that what somebody mentioned on the broadcast? You need to elaborate on that one. Sound of Violence again. Cheers as always.
Yeah. This is did you?
Oh yeah.
Did y'all catch Usman when he arrived in the tux?
Oh, arrived in the arena. Beautiful in the tux.
Looking clean.
Probably the best dressed man in mixed martial arts.
The best photograph I've ever taken at a live event was Usman in a tux with his belt at 245, and it's crisp. I mean, yeah, he knows how to dress. The man dresses like the NBA players do after a game in terms of just looking,
Some of them.
So some of them wilding.
Yeah, some of them wild.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a different vibe from a Usman walkout, though. He's still dancing.
Yeah.
This is more upbeat. Usually we see him with the slow kind of bounce. Like he's a little bit more amped up right now.
Yeah, it's got he got a little gangster swagger with it today. Like,
yeah.
McGregor is the best dressed man. Surely, I mean, he did. The fact that McGregor did walk in with a suit that said "fuck you" all over it, right? That is pretty amazing. That's hard to beat for me in terms of the best suit that you walk into, where you have to read it. And it's like, oh, it just says "fuck you" up and down. It's great.
He's definitely on the list of best dress.
Yeah,
he probably 100%. Wouldn't be my number one, but he's very high up there. Another underrated dresser, Cody Garbrandt, very good dresser.
Oh, super sharp dresser. Mm-hmm. Super sharp. Yeah, every time I've seen that man at an event where he's fought or, just in a crowd, dude's always looking clean.
It's true.
Man, that camera on the corner just added the whole movie feel to it. Thought this was like Creed 3 or something.
See, here we got, I think this is more of a mental fight than a physical one. They didn't really hype up the backstory as good. I will say to you, the chronicles on Usman was that Usman has a crazy backstory people don't talk about.
Yeah.
It's not nearly pushed. You have a UFC champion who's been dominant as hell. You should be pushing that story all day long. I don't know what marketing is doing there. They're dropping the ball.
Pretty funny that Colby Covington has done more to market Usman's backstory than the UFC. So just think about that.
Well, the UFC's argument is going to be well, we made the documentary. I'm like, who did you tell about it though? You just put it out there.
Yeah, just added the fight pass and barely said a word. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they gave a special. I got an email about a special screener.
Yeah, I got the screener email too.
Yeah. So they're doing something.
That's not telling the mass public about it in the same way.
That's good.
That's like saying, hey, that's saying, here, media, you do our marketing for us, please.
Yes. Yeah, that is exactly what.
Go write your articles and tell everybody. Come on.
I mean, isn't that kind of what they think anyway?
That's part of it. I mean, that's definitely part of it, but as well, you guys need to do that too.
Looking at these stats, Usman 5-inch reach advantage here. Yeah. And I keep forgetting Burns is older than Usman. That's crazy to me. Usman's only 33.
Look, we got Dana White's burner in the chat.
There you go. Show the fight, man. No, sorry, we don't do that.
Sorry, Dana.
No, someone with a picture that says Apple Fix. With a spam avatar.
Wow, with the bots. Wow. Step your bot game up, homie.
Yeah, come on. How many emails did you get about Usman promo video versus that's a good question. Mm-hmm. I didn't get any about the Data Anti-Media video. So that's interesting. Good call there.
That actually was a very entertaining movie. So.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm starting to get the big fight feel,
I agree with this comment too. UFC last 5 years don't give a fuck about marketing. They expect fighters. Yes, they want fighters to. Real quickly before we start this, on regional scenes, you have to promote yourself. At times you're given a ticket allotment that you're supposed to go out and sell. UFC figured this out and was like, "Hey, how about you join us? But you still got to do that part." That's 100% true.
Pretty much.
But yeah, this fight should be good. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Get your predictions in. If you're just joining us, again, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you guys being here all night. We will take you through, answer your questions, give you live analysis. If you like this and you haven't subscribed to that subscribe button, I know a lot of you guys commenting have subscribed, so thank you so much. We love you guys. That's why we're here. If you've got any content ideas you want us to cover on video, hit us up either on Twitter, through here in the comments, whatever you want to do. We're all about it, but we love you guys. That's why we are here doing this stuff. It is a labor of love. Ooh, Gilbert Burns.
Let's go.
Let's see how it goes.
Yep, it's going to be a good fight, man. Buffer, I don't know. There's something special about Buffer calling out the main event. You know, gets me every time.
Especially 25-year anniversary. Like, gotta look. If regardless of how you feel about fighters, if you don't like Bruce Buffer, we got a problem, man. Like, you can like any other fighter that I disagree with, but Bruce Buffer's nice as hell. I've talked to him a couple times.
He's definitely
he's
a nice
the
guy.
nicest dude.
Yeah,
he's the nicest dude in the world.
Yeah. These camera angles, they just stay. Oh, they're staying. They didn't spend all the money on that camera just to return it. They are staying.
Donald Ross joining the chat. Usman ugly in 4.
Ooh.
I like the tension here. Look at this. The tension and the stare down.
Yeah,
I like
look
it.
at that. Little tension over there at the with Sanford MMA. Is that the name of the club now?
Yeah.
Because he trained with Trevor Whitman for this one again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like already being a cardio machine and then going at altitude to train, like nuts.
Going to altitude to train and then train with one of the best guys to get your hands even more crisper than they ever will be.
Yep. Here we go. We're about to start. Alan Mesper breaking down the card. Who won on the main card? We will in the post-fight show, but we're about to start here. All right. And we are at 4:55 if you're syncing up with us. And Burns coming out aggressive.
Yeah, Burns taking the cage, making Usman kind of circle on the outside right now.
Usman switching stances.
A couple of body kicks. Right hand.
Jake's hockey saying Usman all day. Oh, big shot by Burns.
Right hand by Burns.
Big right hand.
Whoa, Burns clipped him.
Oh
my God.
But Usman's got his legs back. He's there. But man.
Oh wow, he took another one. Man, Usman has a chin on him. Good God.
Yes, he does. Holy crap.
He's wow, he should be out now after those.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the fact that he's not wobbly, he's kind of
the head kick.
Holy crap. But Usman's staying there.
Usman either has the greatest chin in the world or the best poker face in the world. I'm not sure which one.
Usman's chin is ridiculous, dude. It's insane.
Oh my God.
We definitely know he has a great chin because of the Colby fight, for sure.
Yes.
But Colby's a guy who doesn't hit with power. Like,
yeah.
Like to take those shots from Burns like that. Jesus Christ, man.
Wow.
But yeah, I agree with DC. I think Usman's taking some time to recover. He's just kind of playing around right now. I would too, right? After eating those shots. This is Burns' mistake here. Burns should be trying to get up and do something to keep throwing. This is just giving Usman time to recover and snap out of it. I mean, the fact his legs look so good under him, even though he's a little hurt, is ridiculous.
Man, Usman is playing the game.
Yeah.
Usman is loving this right now. He's getting to recover from whatever cobwebs may still be there. My God.
Yeah. And Adam Pitts was saying stand him up. I mean, I wouldn't argue with it. It's been a bit, and they're not doing anything.
They would stand it up if Usman stopped doing what he's doing. Like he's giving out offense right now, and he's given just enough to keep the fight where it is. Just enough and backing up. He is playing the game.
Nice body.
So all those free body shots he got, those free leg kicks he got, that shit adds up, man.
Yeah.
And what did I also say? Like he was gonna try to avoid the ground with Gilbert early.
Yeah.
A big right by Usman.
Right
my
into that
gosh.
Knee. This guy's chin is nuts.
Yeah.
Good God.
He clinches up.
Nice jab from Usman right there.
Yeah. No, Usman looks like he's fully recovered. I don't know about fully, but near fully.
Like he looks normal. Like
yeah. His legs are under him. I think he's fully recovered. He's a little tentative now, though, which I think he's going to respect.
That one had some impact on him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he looks a little hesitant, like he's still either a little rocked or he's just scared now of Burns' power. Now. He respects it. Yeah.
Because it's so big to land that uppercut like that, because that's going to make him think twice on those takedowns. And then you just screw Usman's game up.
That knee still landed, even though Usman caught it.
It did. Yep.
Dude, Burns is winning this round in a big way right now.
Oh, easy. Yeah, man, Burns is looking fresh, and Burns had COVID. That's the other thing is that like this dude is recovering from COVID. Apparently, it's not affecting him like it's affecting other guys.
Oh wow, he's hurt him on that one.
Yeah. Oh, but nice jab by Usman.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's like when Usman takes the shot, it's like, oh man, this is really rocking him, and then it just goes away instantly. Which makes me think if Burns keeps this up and he keeps landing those big shots, Usman's lights are just going to go out. It's just going to be a sudden, violent collapse.
Oh, nice!
Nice jab coming in.
Yeah, and nice job by Burns to switch it up with level changes.
A ton of torque on everything right now.
Yeah, I wonder how long can he sustain this, man? Because he's throwing bombs every single time out and is he spamming these head kicks and stuff, man? Your gas tank is going to run out.
Oh, big shots, but yeah.
I thought Usman smiled too. Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. He needs that stool for sure, but I think he's hoping to survive.
This little smile and dab to each other at the end of the round.
And the biggest takeaway for me is Usman survived that, and Burns walks to his chair with his hands on his hips. Definitely a little winded. I think what Ant was talking about in terms of pace, I'm not sure Burns can keep up that pace for 5 rounds.
Yeah,
that's definitely a 10-9 Burns, though. Easy.
That's borderline 10-8, man.
Ooh, I thought Usman got enough jabs out, but yeah. I mean, yeah, it's close. I would agree. If Usman hadn't done the work he did.
Yeah, like if he didn't, it's like a couple of good shots that he landed, minus a few punches, just a few isolated punches in that round. That's probably a 10-8 for me.
Wow, Agreed. What a first round for Burns.
Yep, and we are at 454 right now, and Burns coming out aggressive again.
Yeah.
Oh man, block somebody.
Oh. Yeah, we've apparently blocked somebody. Yeah, it happens.
Oh, man.
We made it. We blocked somebody. We did it. Nice job by Usman.
Yeah, real stiff jab there.
Yeah. And smart corner advice to use that jab because it's landing all day in Burns and it's stopping him from coming in and throwing those huge shots.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's like Burns doesn't respect his hands yet. So,
yeah.
So he's just coming in with impunity, man, landing those winging shots. So, got to pump the jab out, keep him at range a bit at least. Also, that'll help you see the shots coming if he tries to initiate something. Which I'll be very surprised if he shoots in on Usman at least this early.
I mean, he did. Surprised. He did in round 1. He went for a takedown and Usman stuffed it. Like
I caught him with that jab coming in. Yeah, it's a
good tactic to kind of go for it, even if you don't expect to get it, just to keep
keep him honest. Yeah.
So but now Usman's finding a home for that jab, and it's messing Burns up. This is what I was talking about, Burns being on the back feet. But if Usman can pressure Burns forward, that's where Burns struggles. If Burns is leading the dance, he's a monster. But if he's walking backwards, he really struggles to get his game going.
You know, he's still definitely dangerous in his hands right now, but it's just slightly slower. Like that hook is looking slightly more labored.
Yeah. About
Donald Ross, if Usman can withstand the onslaught, that's a very good point. We'll see, though. I'm not sure Usman can withstand the onslaught. We're at 3 minutes exactly at round 2, and right now Burns is winning this round for me. He's although Usman's close, it's a closer round for sure. Oh, big jab by Usman.
Yeah, nice exchanges in this round. 245.
Nice right hand.
Usman with a giant right hand, and Burns is covering up. He's hurt. Big time.
Nice hook. Nice hook over the top.
Oh,
wow. Usman is putting the pressure on now.
Yep. And Burns goes for a takedown. Wow. Yeah. Burns is in trouble. Oh, jab is landed all day. Usman's on
jab.
wobbly legs.
Oh, that right. Oh, this.
Wow. Oh, yeah. This could
I don't
be
think
stopped
Burns
at
is
any
gonna last
moment.
long, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's throwing a big shot, but Usman's
Burns
taking
is
his shots.
fading fast.
Yeah. Burns is in trouble. Oh,
that's
big right
hand.
Oh,
Nose is bleeding. Usman's stalking.
Oh, and he switched stances now. Hitting him in southpaw. Well, that's straight
Usman's
left about to finish it.
him up.
Gotta watch that counter right from Burns though.
Again.
But Usman's got to be a little bit more aggressive here because Burns could recover. It's not over yet. Burns is walking now.
I don't think he's going to have the opportunity to recover like at this pace.
No.
Usman he's too much in his face. He's staying too active.
But no, I disagree. He's not being active enough. Look at Usman's legs are underneath him now. I mean, he's eating shots, but Usman looks recovered-ish. Like
Burns looks recovered. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Burns.
Burns
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
No, I think this is good from Usman.
Oh, no, I'm just making sure it wasn't edible. That's all. Make sure I know what you're talking about.
Usman threw about 10 jabs in the past 30 seconds, landed every single one of them.
Yeah. Don't leave that jab.
Look at that.
Oh my God. Look at that jab.
Yeah.
Look at that jab. Whoa. Trevor Whitman. Good Lord. Good Lord. He got that.
What's up, Anthony HNJ6? You just got your time. This is a crazy fight.
With a name like Anthony, I assume you're a very handsome, intelligent man.
All right, that's the insult account, so we're gonna ignore it. But Usman looks recovered to me, not fully, but Burns looks recovered. I keep messing that up. I don't know why.
Man, I think Usman. This is where we're seeing that championship quality start to come through. Like he's not gonna overextend himself.
But I will say, I think he should have gone more aggressive when Burns was so wobbled against the fence and covering up like that. Because now Burns looks not 100%, but much better than he did. I think Burns is going to survive this.
Nice calf kick again from Usman.
Yeah, Burns' footwork is a little less sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, steps a little more hesitant.
But he survives, and we're on to round 3. Oh, now Usman is talking shit. First, he was all smiles and doing a fist bump after he lost the round. Now Usman's in Burns' face. I got 1-1, 1919.
Yeah, it's a 1919 fight so far, man. This is, I guess, it's closer to that fight of the year talk than the absolute drubbing that we were predicting.
Yeah,
dude. Hell of a response from Usman after that first round. Hell of a response.
But I think he made a critical mistake in letting Burns survive that. He was a little too gun shy there. I think Usman should have gone for it.
But there's got to be a certain level of caution after you've taken that much damage in the first round. Like you don't want to sell it out completely. So he has to respect what was coming back at him.
Oh, and I agree, but when he had him up against the fence and he was landing that jab and it was causing Burns to buckle and almost fall over, at that point, I would have personally gone for the finish. But I'm also not a fighter and a bit of a pussy, so don't listen to me on that shit.
Cub Swanson will be proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Cub. You want me to do 3 amateur fights? I'll verbally tap after every first strike because it hurts. And be just like, man, that hurt.
Jabbed him again.
138, and this might be the end. Yeah, Burns is in big trouble here. Herb might get big.
Is close.
It's not over yet though. But
Herb Dean is super close.
Herb
Dean stops it.
There it is by TKO. Wow. What a finish by Usman. Beautiful work. Sorry, Anthony. I know you just posted this, but this is not what happened. Burns did not catch him. Although I appreciate the ability for that. What a beautiful finish by Usman there. 3rd round TKO against I never expected a finish like that. I thought maybe he wrestles him down, he holds him down, and he does kind of that ground and pound finish because Burns can't get through it, but Usman's got power in his hands.
That camera shot is fucking gorgeous right there.
Yes, that is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I got that camera.
I love it. God damn. Amazing.
Ooh,
Man.
There it is again. Yes.
Crazy. And I mean, I'm the report asked a good question while we're waiting for the official decision in the post-fight interview. Usman fights at 185 before the year is over. I will say in our tailgate show, somebody mentioned Izzy versus Usman. And I thought Izzy would be too big. It would be kind of that thing. After this performance, I actually would love to see the shit out of that fight. But that's just me. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I still feel the same way. I think that's Adesanya as champion. I think that's a tough order. I think maybe if it were Whitaker still, that might be a little more doable. But yeah, not Izzy.
Dissing Whitaker? Man, what are you doing?
No,
our editor is an Australian. What are you trying to?
So the physical dimensions, the lanky kickboxer.
Great.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
doubt.
Yeah, for Usman to go up to fight a guy who used to be at 170 also wouldn't the size thing wouldn't be as much of an issue. So nice try, smart ass.
and there is our Discord link in the description if you want to join us there. We love talking about things. We play games, we have fun. Make sure you join that link. Anthony, appreciate you subscribing. Really do appreciate that. We are trying to hit that 1K, so it's amazing. Again, what a fight. And we've got some comments about fiction about Usman moving up and Kamaru's the guy. Oh, we've got Thomas saying Marty dominates Izzy. Ooh, that's a whole thing. Ooh. And we will talk about that. You know, we can address these at our post-fight show in terms of somebody had mentioned who does Izzy fight from here? Tucker did. Who the hell does Usman fight? That's a very good point. We will address this in our post-fight show because Usman has had a hell of a run. I think now he's beat 1, 2, 4, and 5 in the welterweight division, something like that. He's fought everybody but Leon.
He beat Leon. So
right, he beat Leon. That's true. He beat Leon way back in the day. That's before he was number 3.
Yeah, he hasn't fought Wonder Boy. It's the only person in the top 5.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we will talk about that potential matchup or other potential matchups for Usman. But what a performance here. We are doing a post-fight show. Make sure you join us for that. Really appreciate you guys watching and all the support. We love you guys. Again, this has been a bunch of fun. I know a lot of people said this card on paper wasn't that great. It's turned out to deliver pretty well, I will say. So again, thanks.
Now we get the shot of Usman and Burns hugging and talking in the center of the cage. Again, man, that camera, these moments right here are so much more beautiful with this camera.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I will say I like the camera for these types of moments. I don't like it when Bruce Buffer is blurry, but I like it for these types of moments. It's just, But what a fight. Crazy fight.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to get into this in the post fight, man. Who's going to take that belt?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a great conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We're going to end it here, guys. But again, thank you so much for joining us and watching. And if you subscribed, we love you. If you dropped any comments in the chat, we love you. We want to make things for you guys. This is why we're here. So thanks for making our job easy tonight, because this was a bunch of fun. So
yes,
we
got a lot to talk about. Don't go anywhere.
Yes.
Go click on the news.
Go back.
Actually,
YouTube
don't listen to Matt.
page.
Go to the news stream. But thanks so much, guys, for joining us. We will talk about some of these leftover comments. We'll bring them up in the post-fight show, and we will see you there. I'm Patrick Auger. That's Matthew Wells. That's Ant Walker. Thank you so much. Peace.